Welcome to Hits Different.
Lee hee hee.
I can hear it coming through that computer.
It was also
Sorry,
me.
guys. When we go
No, it was classic.
live,
My
there's
mute wasn't
so
on
many
for another.
technical difficulties that have to be managed, and we appreciate you waiting for us. Clearly, New Heights also had technical difficulties tonight.
Dude, they get it. We've been there before.
Okay, people are saying that they can hear us great. Yes, I'm in my anti-hero costume, and if you have ever like taken note of our logo, I wore this when we went to see the Eras tour in LA. And last night when Ryan and I were talking about everything and breaking down some of the Easter eggs we think that were late in the Midnight's era for TS12, I was like, oh my gosh, I have the outfit. It's literally the album colors. Like, so I had to do
Dang
it.
it. I should have worn my TTPD outfit because that's the joke, is like the joke. Or like the people say her in the white is Tortured Poets and that outfit is TS12. I should have worn my little colonial doll top.
Colonial doll.
Ah.
People are saying, did you see the New Heights tweet? Which New Heights tweet? Can I use my mouse? Cool.
Does anyone know? Is anyone like, because of the glitch with New Heights? Is it over? Is anyone still listening? What's going on there? Because we saw the glitch and then
Yeah, so for anyone who's new and it just happened to click on our live stream, welcome. We're Hits Differently, a Taylor Swift podcast. I'm Molly. That's Ryan. We talk about Taylor. We're just two best friends who love to talk about Taylor. And we're so thankful to anyone who has joined and decided that they wanted to spend this TS12 announcement evening with us, the post New Heights breakdown. We're going to talk about everything that we just learned in that 2-hour-long episode of New Heights with Taylor on it. And the biggest thing, though, to talk about to start is just that on YouTube, which is how Ryan and I were watching and listening along, it ended early. So apparently on Apple and Spotify, the full episode was there. I'm gonna let you guys in on a little behind the scenes secret, the life of podcasters who post to YouTube. We've done this before. We think we know what happened to New Heights, and it's like a setting when you go to export your video content. If you don't like really double check yourself, you might make this mistake. So if you've ever watched our episodes, this has happened 2 or 3 times to us over the last 2 years, where like the episode will end before we actually say goodbye, and it's because we exported it slightly incorrectly. And you can't like replace the video on YouTube when you do that. If they were to do that, they would lose all their views from the premiere. So maybe they'll end up posting like because I think it's about 20 minutes that is missing from the end
20
of
minutes?
Yeah. On Apple,
Oh, dang.
it was over 2 hours long, but on YouTube it ended at an hour and 45 minutes.
Dang. We'll have to tune into that later. Someone said that they were talking about the bear on Happy Gilmore, so I guess they moved on. I thought that TS12 was going to be the end, but I guess not. How did they just start talking about Happy Gilmore? They're like, anyway, back to other things. What? Weird pivot switch.
I can still hear some sort of an echo. Sorry guys, it's hard to talk when you can hear yourself talking in your ears. So.
It's truly the worst.
All right. Where do we even start? Yeah, and they did start to talk about Happy Gilmore like right after, because I was trying to read the Apple transcripts while Alex was getting us all set up. And they ended up talking about like the cat thing, how Jason like lied and told his daughters that cats were poisonous. Like that's what I'm seeing in the transcript. So it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of they're talking about Pop-Tarts. Yeah. So Ryan and I don't know what happened in the last 20 minutes, because as soon as the YouTube stream ended, we started working on going live for you all. Let us know what your favorite things were if you listened to it in the interim, like what we missed in the chat. Sarah Peterman. Sarah said, did we all cry when she talked about her master's and the day she got the call? Yes. I cried. Um, Again, life of podcasters. Ryan had a very important vet appointment that she could not change when
This is a running joke. If you guys know, like we talked about this on our live stream, what, 2 days ago? I don't even know what day it is. And if you guys have been here before, the running joke, and yet it continues to manifest, is if Taylor's doing something important, I'm away. I'm not available. So people like I'm your Easter egg. If I'm busy, something's happening. So I had a vet appointment today, literally 20 minutes before the podcast aired. And I scheduled this like 2 weeks ago. So thankfully it was a quick one, but I had to drive 20 plus minutes home watching it in the car. So
Yeah, I
it's
was just gonna
fine,
say, like,
but
Ryan probably wasn't crying because that was, like, fairly early on, and she was probably, like, leaving the vet and, like, trying to get
I was
back.
dude, oh, so yeah, fun random side note, I almost ran out of gas, like, and I had 3 miles left, and I'm like, the traffic here, the time I was, like, getting so angry, and I'm, like, watching them just like, "I just need to get back," and I was like, "Girl, you're about to run out of gas." So I had to go past my house to get gas because I was so worried. I was like, I almost hope I run out of gas because the listeners will find that hilarious. Do it for the bit. And I'm
You
like,
text
no,
us,
actually,
like,
let's
"Not
not.
gonna make it back for the live, ran out of gas," like, walking
Dude.
home with Rhea.
So, oh yeah, so it was with my dog. But yeah, so
Yeah.
the Masters was happening when I was at the gas pump. That was my point. And I'm like, "Oh my god." And I like kept it running as I'm going inside, and I'm just like that annoying person whose phone is just like I didn't have my AirPods anyway. So yeah, I was emotional, but I wasn't like fully locked in. I was like, "Okay, we didn't run out of gas." Anyway.
We were recording me watching the episode, so, you know, depending on the amount of time Alex has at some point this week, maybe he'll edit a little supercut for you guys, but I was full on tears streaming down my face because Taylor was emotional talking about it. And I feel
I
like
know.
we're jumping around because I wanted to shout out Sarah in the chat, but we have to start with TS12. And if you
Yeah.
stay till the end of this live, I'll tell you the story of me and Alex's chaotic day, which involved a trip to the ER. So, it's been a day. So bear with us as we try to break down all of this for you.
It's been
I
a
kept
week, dude.
I had
It's
to
only
kept the
Wednesday.
Band-Aid on because, you know, life of a podcaster, so you know the what's
Do you still
happening
need the
behind the
Band-Aid or is
scenes.
that for effects?
No, I mean, when you
I
get a
think you're supposed to
shot,
take it off. I don't
I leave
know.
my Band-Aids on for a minute, so don't worry about
They
it.
literally say take it off in like 10 minutes.
They didn't say that to me, and Alex was bleeding a lot, so I didn't wanna
Oh
risk
my
it.
god, you guys are so dramatic. Anyway.
What?
It's been like 3 hours. Take it off.
Okay, so Taylor was talking about at the end of the episode, right before it got cut off, the life of a showgirl and how this whole album came to be. Um, we'll circle back to the ER another time. We're dramatic. That's the funniest thing you've ever said to me. We're dramatic. I'm
Molly's
sorry. I
triggered.
need a minute.
She's triggered. Anyway,
Okay.
TS12.
All right. So TS12, they talked about it at the end of the New Heights episode. It was the new news segment. And people are saying there's no way it glitched and I don't think it got cut off. I trust us.
It
The
did,
fact that the
yeah.
podcast episode is 20 minutes longer than the YouTube video was, like there's
It's not an
something
Easter
went
egg.
wrong. It's not intentional.
Yeah.
Um
Mm-mm.
All right, so Taylor did the new news. It was so cute. And then they started off the segment with Jason asking Taylor why at the final Eras Tour show, Vancouver Night 3, why did she walk through the door instead of leaving the stage the same way she did the entire Eras Tour? And Taylor said, yeah, you know, did you notice that? Yeah, my fans noticed that. I trained them well. There were so many like validating things when she was talking about Easter eggs in this episode for us. But she said she went through the door because this album was about what was going on behind the scenes in her inner life during the tour.
Which is interesting because we thought it was related to the fact that she has the whole door thing with like Midnight, Tortured Poets. Like if anyone's seen the videos that she's put out when she's dropped those albums, she has this crazy virtual like world like when she's debuted of like her schedule for the album release week and stuff like that. So we're like, oh yeah, it's like her thing. She's going through doors, it's entering eras, and she took it to like a totally different level. And this whole time I feel like it was the first time finally, like our long list of what did this mean? Why did she do this? And it was like, thank you so much for answering like one of a million and declassifying it before 50 years pass, Like, and I remember
50
I was
years
like,
with
wait, did she
arms.
create that because she'd read us talking about the door? It's like, no. Like, we were just right. That's crazy. Like, like it felt so far fetched. Like we knew she went through the door. I don't know. And then obviously the Karma Truthers thought it meant karma, but it's like, nah, like this whole time. Because wasn't the door there from the beginning of the Eras
Yes.
tour?
So there's just so much information that we've all learned this week that it's going to take literally forever to unpack, which is a great thing because we have a podcast for that. The big things that were announced on Monday were just that we're getting TS12 and that Taylor's going to be on New Heights. And then in the New Heights episode, we got a lot about Taylor and Travis and about the Eras tour and about her masters and then about TS12. And the other big things before we like keep going through exactly what they talked about with the album is that it's going to be released on October 3rd. I realized we should have said that like the very beginning. It has 12 tracks and it was all made exclusively with Max Martin and Shellback. So we're going to keep like going through because I was just transcribing basically like as the episode was happening. So we'll keep like going through how they talked about TS12, but those are the major points. And then like what Ryan was just saying about the Karma Door and the fact that it's been there the whole Eras tour. It's like at some point in a future episode, probably Ryan and I are going to break down all of these Easter eggs that were laid for this album since Midnight's. 100% since Midnight's. Can I plan something 3 years in advance? When she was announcing Midnight's and releasing those music videos, she was also planning the Eras tour and announcing the Eras tour. And that when she said that she's been waiting to make this album for so long, like I clearly she has been thinking about this since at least 2022. Maybe Tortured Poets was something that ended up happening organically and like changed the timeline of it, but it ended up bringing us all the way here to TS12. So that Karma Door was part of the Eras tour all along and for 2 years, and then it manifested into this Easter egg for the concept of her next album.
Okay, someone mentioned, so this is also what we're talking about. So about the Mean Girls reference for October 3rd. So literally Molly and I hopped on FaceTime last night and we predicted that the album would be dropped on October 3rd. And I started crafting this whole thing to post to social. And then I just gave up because I gaslit myself. And I was like, I feel like everything's pointing to 9/12 and the 12 is so prevalent and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And like Taylor Nation posted at 9/12 about, remember when she said, see you next era? And like, I was just gaslighting myself. And then Jimmy Fallon came out and made this whole bit about where, anyway. And I was like, don't waste the effort. So I regret doing it. But anyway, so.
And what did I text you before I went to bed? More research for why I thought it was October 3rd.
I know. And I was like, So fun facts about October 3rd and also how, at least we can still say it now because it hasn't happened yet of like what we think the plan is for that weekend. So October 3rd is National Plaid Day. I was hoping she would say that so much. I was like, please reference that it's National Plaid Day. Because if anyone doesn't know, that's what she's been wearing a whole heck of a lot of for a minute now. We all thought it was rep coded. It's not.
It's also
I never thought
National
about
Boyfriend Day.
I never thought about 10/3 though, the 13. That went over my head. I was like, oh. Okay, also the Mean Girls reference, which Molly was like smart enough to mention last night. If anyone's seen Mean Girls in the movie, there's the scene with Katie and Aaron, Katie the main character, and she's like, on October 3rd, yes, what day it is. And it cuts to him and he's like, what day is it? And she's like, it's October 3rd. And it's like, why does that matter? I did look it up last night and it was never confirmed, but there was a rumor that Taylor sampled a song from Mean Girls for Look What You Made Me Do. It's a song Operate by Peaches or Operate It, I forget. It was never confirmed, but if you go back to the iconic Halloween scene in Mean Girls, you'll hear this beat. And it sounds very similar to Look What You Made Me Do. Also, there was like the tweet by Katy Perry back in the day about like Regina George and sheep's clothing, and people thought that that was about Taylor. And so there's like a lot of like subtle Mean Girls. Even the Look What You Made Me Do song and video, you could even like kind of be like, is it giving like Regina George kind of vibes? So
and if we're thinking
those
about
are like
Look What You Made Me Do, and Look What You Made Me Do, she's in a bathtub wearing a sparkly dress, and on the album cover for Life of a Showgirl, she's in a bathtub wearing a sparkly dress.
A dress that looks almost identical to the dress she wore at the VMAs, what, 2022? That was the year? Yes.
It was when that was when she announced Midnights.
No, we already had it though, I thought, because she...
No, that was the night she wore that silver sparkly dress to the VMAs was when she announced Midnights.
Is that when she posted the TikTok when she was with when she did the like the close up?
Mm-hmm.
That was the same. Okay.
Yeah, they were there because of the All Too Well 10-minute version won Best Video. And then during the acceptance speech for Best Video, she announced Midnights.
And so that dress could have been, I mean, it could have been many things. Like it was obviously Midnights coded, but it also now feels very Life of a Showgirl coded. And so, fun fact for football, since this album is basically like a Taylor Travis collab, it feels like just her announcing it, like he's heard it, he's stoked. It's giving 1989, one of his favorite albums of hers. And so that weekend, the Chiefs play in Monday Night Football on Monday. It's an away game, which Taylor historically does not attend, which tracks because she's going to be busy with her album release. But it's going to be aired on ESPN and ABC, which historically has participated in Taylor debuts. She debuted Ready for It on ESPN during college football. I was thinking about the Lover era during the NFL draft. That was a big thing.
She did an interview with ESPN in Nashville during the promotion for the Lover album.
Yeah. I worked that NFL draft and I was like, oh.
And you're leaving out the biggest thing, which is that Jason works on Monday Night Football, so he'll be covering Travis at that game.
Yes. And then obviously you have the GMA tie-in, which is ABC, which she's historically done a ton of announcements. So it's pretty brilliant that
it's Travis's birthday that Monday night. Yeah.
Yeah. Or wait, Friday?
No, if the Friday's the 3rd, then his birthday's the Sunday. Yeah, but it's his birthday that weekend.
Yeah, the 6th is the day of the game. So it's going to be a big weekend across the board. And so, our prediction is that I'm giving a music video for sure. Because we'll already have the album. So there's no like single debut that would come. But I think a music video will drop, like air during the game. And it's funny too, because they've spent all this time in Florida and coincidentally it's the Chiefs versus the Jaguars, which is in Florida, Miami would have been better because it's like the orange and gold and like that whole tie-in. That's where they were hanging out, but it's fine. But the Florida tie-in is intriguing.
Yeah. And I think it was just natural conversation. I'm not like clowning about this, but they did sing a little bit of Florida in the episode today.
Oh my God, I know. Giving so much love to Florida. I was like, I'm from Florida and Taylor spent a lot of her summer there.
I want to get to like the core of what Taylor's talking about, the concept of the album, like very quickly. But the last 2 notes I want to just throw in about like clowning about TS12 and then this release date is that one, last year, it was before the final show in London, Taylor and her crew reportedly kind of had an end of the Europe tour party. And Taylor was photographed in this plaid outfit that had the colors of TS12 in it. That photograph was taken on August 12th, and she was wearing a bag, like, had a purse that was called the Tuesday purse. So, again, I think that she's been Easter egging this for a really long time, but especially started locking in on, like, the plaid, because October 3rd, the release date, is National Plaid Day. She also gave us the colors on that outfit, and then on a Tuesday at 12:12 AM is when she ended up announcing TS12. Like, it's so awesome to, like, have all these things come full circle finally. Like, how many times did we talk about the plaid over the last year? Like,
Dude,
so
so
many
long.
times. And then
So long.
the other note I wanna add about the October 3rd thing that I just think is so funny is that last year, Taylor was on a break from the Eras tour at this point. It was like in between Europe and the US tour starting. There was just a random merch drop on October 3rd that was called the Greatest in the League collection. And that's how I even know that it's National Boyfriend Day, because everyone was like, "What is this about?" And that's back when we were clowning for like a So High School Music video or something. Little
Dude, I
did we
know.
know that that was probably a teaser for a year from now. You're getting the album about Taylor meeting the greatest in the league, what was going on behind the scenes in her personal life, when the life of a showgirl on the Eras tour, falling in love with the greatest in the league. And that's exactly what she's just revealing to us now in the New Heights episode. She said, I wanted this album to match how my life felt. And Travis said, yeah, it's all really upbeat. It's all bangers. And she said it was um like just basically like a total 180 from Tortured Poets. And these are the quotes that I wrote down that she said about the actual sound of the music. Melodies that were so infectious that you're almost angry at it. And melodies that were so crisp and focused and intentional. Like, if you don't know that Max Martin and Shellback are the ones who did 1989 and Reputation and a couple songs from Red, like, I'm picturing TS12 as if 1989 and Reputation had a baby,
Same.
and it's the
Which this is
happiest baby of all
literally
time.
our yeah, like if you're 1989 and Rep stands, like Molly and I are literally like top tier. Like I think the only thing probably for Molly that would make it better is if you sprinkled in Midnights, but Midnights is still in there because Midnights is like I feel like the pop album we got after all, like aside from like Lover, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like it's when
Yeah,
she
it
came
has
back to pop after venturing into folklore and Evermore,
the core
but it
of
was still
Midnight's, like,
moody
as a
though.
whole is super moody, but there are
It's
songs
super
that are
moody.
boppy. Yeah.
There's secretly, yeah, but this seems like it doesn't sound like there's gonna be a lot of like bops that are actually really sad. Like I Can Do It With a Broken
Right.
Heart, where you're like, this is a banger, but like if you listen to the lyrics, you're like, this is actually really sad. So like 1989 is
That
just straight bangers. You know
Well,
what I mean?
1989, like, a lot of the songs portray, like, anxiety and stuff
I
like
know I was
that
gonna say I was like
too.
anxious
Like, "Are
bangers,
we
but
at
that's like
our
yeah.
limits?" But
Taylor pre Travis
they're
was
still
just anxious,
bangers.
period. But yeah,
Yeah.
this sounds like they're gonna be maybe that's why I think she's so hyped because she's like, they're just bangers. There is no sad undertone. It's just actually a banger. You know what I mean? It's like when you listen to the song Florida off Tortured Poets. There's nothing really sad. It's just a banger of a song, you know? I mean, it's talking about like some things. I mean, I guess it is.
I'm like, "Wait, girl, it's time
I'm
out."
like,
Like, a
well,
hurricane, like, burying bodies and, like, a
yeah,
hurricane
you're
came,
right.
like, lose
Never
yourself
mind.
in Florida.
It's actually really hard. You have to go back pretty far to be like, what's a song that was just a banger and didn't have really
Right, like,
sad
for
undertones?
example,
It's like,
"Cruel Summer," potentially Taylor's biggest banger of all time, filled with
anxiety.
anxiety.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. So actually, yeah, I don't even know. So maybe this is the
Style
first.
style, probably one of the most iconic, like, I think if you were to ask people what is Ta if give me Taylor's best all in all pop song that, like, anyone would enjoy, I think people would say Style.
Oh, I disagree.
What would you say?
No, I mean, I don't feel that way. You're right, probably, but I don't feel I'm like in the minority.
I mean, you don't hear that Style beat and go,
There's other songs that I would pick over it though. So,
Anyway, well,
but
people
I
say
know
style is
style.
like
That's
pop
why people got so
perfection.
mad about this style, the Taylor's version versus not. Like people got really angry about it. We're like, it sounds different. It's like, okay.
Okay, people are saying check Sabrina's website. Stand by. I will check it.
I'm so glad we all clocked that 12th photo. Yeah, I'm like, what's been going on with the date of that? Oh, the date thing is still a thing. I don't see anything.
Yeah, it's the date on her website. Oh, it says Sabrina changed her date. Okay, so Ryan and I were talking about this last night.
Yeah, this is a weird thing.
Yeah, here I'll change my change. Yeah.
It's a
Okay.
weird thing we were looking at the other day.
So, yeah, we were analyzing this because on Monday night, as many of you were waiting with me on a live stream for the 12/12 on August 12th, people realized that Sabrina's site, it was still technically the 11th, but Sabrina's site started showing August 12th. And then the same thing happened yesterday. It was August 12th, like the whole day. And then it started showing the 13th before it was the 13th in the States. And so Ryan and my theory is that her site is on like UK time right now. And it's actually just updating the date every
Literally.
single day, but it's updating at around 7 p.m. Eastern time. So this tracks.
We clowned 24 hours in advance to get ahead of this, or we would be thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
We
So
clowned, we fact checked. Yeah.
we'll circle back to this aesthetic in a second, but just to keep talking about the sound, let me go back to my notes. Stand by. Okay, so the fact that she said this is like, first of all, the album that she's most excited for ever, that it's the one she's the most proud of. That's great. And she said people are gonna think I'm crazy for saying that, but that's how I feel.
I don't know what that means.
I think that means that she thinks this is gonna be her best album ever. Sorry, Ryan's dog is barking. I'll keep talking until
There's like people
Ryan
creeping
calms down.
outside. She's fine. You need to calm down. She's just looking at me. She's so cute. Anyway, carry on.
She's saying she thinks this is going to be her best album. It's the most focused and like the proudest she's ever been.
It was such a weird feeling. I mean, I appreciated how honest she was during this whole, I mean, I guess that's the podcast, right? That's why the point of being on a podcast is you would hope you're honest. I appreciated how honest she was. It felt like an extension of the letter that she wrote for her masters, of like saying things that she knows we would be annoying about if she didn't say it. When she was like, it's just 12 songs, period. I'm like, thank you so much for saying that.
The funny thing is, because this was obviously recorded like not in between when we all found out about TS12 on Monday and now, like, this was already recorded. People were already theorizing about double albums.
You were one of them.
Thank God.
She literally said yesterday or earlier, like 22, it could be a double album. And I was like, wow, for once. We posted on our story of the, like, you know, the freaking twos that haunt our dreams. And
that 2 was for the AFC championships. So, you know, that's why she flashed the 2. It was during the intro.
Well, yeah, but
Jason was like, and Travis has won 2 AFC championships, and she was like 2. So you know what I mean?
But
it's
then
like
it showed the other twos, like
right. I'm just saying, like, now in context,
mean,
we know why she did that. Like earlier today,
2 belongs to Tortured Poets and never again. That's it. We gotta let it die. It's gotta go. It's back to being a millennial peace sign. We gotta let it go.
Well, and to be
double
clear,
album
the
lives
22 thing didn't make me think it was a double album. So if you guys don't know what we're talking about, on Monday night, Tuesday morning, as we found out TS12 is imminent, there started to be billboards in Times Square in Nashville that had a Spotify promotion for Life of a Showgirl. And there was a QR code that if you scanned it, it took you to a playlist that was made by Taylor. And the playlist was full of songs that were made with Max Martin and Shellback, and that was it. So that was our first clue that that's what this album was going to be, which she confirmed tonight. But the 22 references that 22 was the first song on the playlist. And where I'm suspicious about the 22 is that you can see on Spotify when the playlist was made and when songs were added, and 22 was added to the playlist 2 weeks ago. All the other songs got added on Monday. Why? They, like, started making a playlist and only put one song on there. So where I take the 22 is actually that potentially 8/22, which is next Friday, what she could drop a single. Now, she hasn't dropped a single for an album in the last 4 albums. Like, since Lover, there has not been a single dropped before the album came out. So I'm not clowning too hard about it, but it does
I mean,
kinda feel
throughout
like if she was
anything we
gonna
ever
change
knew.
that, like, if she was gonna
Yeah,
change that, why not change it now? And,
for
like,
sure.
do it
I don't
again,
think
start doing that
I think
again.
nothing from before is gonna manifest again. I feel like we're kind of in a new realm almost, you know?
Mhm.
Like, I mean, she announced her freaking album on a podcast. Like,
Right.
so we've entered this new era, which is exciting because maybe some of the crazy things we manifest actually could manifest of like, wouldn't that be great? And yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Like 8/22, 22.
Here's something else I was thinking about today
Grammys.
while I was sitting in the emergency room. I had lots of time to think while I was waiting. We Okay, so there's always discussion with Taylor and her music and the Grammys cycles because we know our girl loves awards. And not that she's like making the work for awards, but she thinks about those things just like from a strategy perspective. Taylor has never won Song of the Year. And my theory, if she wanted to drop a single on 8/22, that goes into this Grammy cycle. The cutoff is the end of August. And that would mean that the single and the album end up in different Grammy cycles. Which I don't as far as I've been following Taylor this closely, I don't think that well, like, Reputation was probably the last time that that happened because, like, Reputation had singles drop in August and the album came out in November, but Reputation didn't get nominated in most of the major Grammy categories. So it's interesting because it's almost like if she does choose to drop a single, she's putting all of her eggs in the, like, "I wanna win Song of the Year" basket, and,
But
like,
couldn't
this is
she
the song
technically
that's
have
gonna do it.
twice? Wouldn't she technically
Just
have twice as many, or twice if you said it's like two different cycles? So like, wouldn't she have twice the opportunity
It would
with
be the
this
difference
album?
between submitting the song in song categories and submitting the album in album categories.
Can she submit the album for the next cycle?
Right, that's what she would have to do because it doesn't come out
And
till
from there,
October.
don't they pick the song, like the song of the year
No,
could be
they're totally different
no, it's not.
categories. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Artists or their labels submit those things on like, on their own behalf. Like, they submit, "I'm entering this to be considered," and then the Grammys, like, the Academy ends up picking the ones that make the final group for that category, right? So, like, Taylor for Tortured Poets had to have submitted Fortnite for pop duo with Post Malone, for example. But then Tortured
Yeah,
Poets was nominated for album and pop vocal album. You see what I'm saying? There's,
gotcha.
like, all different
Yeah.
categories. Yeah. So I think it's
Your
really
audio is
interesting because
clipping a little bit.
my audio?
I don't know if it's just me. Is Molly's audio clipping just slightly for anybody else? And it's not like before I can hear you, but like when you speak it, like I hear like a pop
Alex is
sometimes.
saying that he thinks it's just you. Yeah. Chat says it's just
People in the
you.
chat, let me know. Really? All right. Forget it.
Um
Um
So if you think about it from a strategy perspective, because Taylor has won Album of the Year 4 times now, but she'd never win Song of the Year, it's like she's preventing herself from being diluted across multiple categories, like if she were to drop a single on August 22nd, which again, the only reason that I'm even thinking about that because it's breaking her current patterns is because she put 22 on the playlist 2 weeks ago. Why? That
I
feels like
mean,
an
we
Easter
all
egg.
know her singles that she's chosen have been like, you know, plus or minus. Like a lot
I
of
don't know,
times it's
like,
like,
Antihero had like, the records that Antihero broke, it was, like, the number 1 song for however many weeks, but Flowers ended up winning by Miley, and Flowers also broke a lot of records, so I'm not, like, detracting from it, but Antihero was a top pop song that year. I'm not saying Fortnite was gonna win Song of the Year. But if you
Right,
like
and
you
then,
if
like,
you go all
Lover,
the way
obviously,
back, but
Cruel I mean
1989, like she, you know what I mean? Like she has never won Song of the Year for
no, yeah.
anything. Yeah.
I just mean in general, I feel like a lot of the at least a quarter of the time when we hear the single first and then we hear the album, we're like, "Oh, that's not, like, what we thought it was gonna be," or, like, maybe that's not the song we would have chosen as the standalone, I don't know. Like, Fortnite made sense because it encompassed all the themes, but I don't think we would have, like, chosen that song. And then obviously Me for Lover is probably her biggest offense because then Cruel Summer has just dominated and will forever be that girl. It's like, is the song in Life of a Showgirl going to take Cruel Summer's spot? That is probably what she's been competing with herself because she's like, wow, Cruel Summer is a banger. It is
But it wasn't
that
a single.
song. I know. But
Yeah.
still, I'm just saying, like, in general, I'm like,
Yeah.
it feels like if any album could compete with Cruel Summer, it's gonna be this album,
I agree.
and
And like what if the
which is
Life of a Showgirl
crazy to
with
think.
Sabrina is the single? The other interesting thing about if she
Yeah,
were to release a single is that Sabrina's album comes out the following week, so it's kind of like a good cross promotion.
right. I know. So,
The fact that
that's a
we
good
were
yeah,
right
it's a good
about the
theory.
Sabrina collab too, like,
Dude, I know.
and it's the 12th track, and they had the photo of
I know.
Sabrina as the 12th photo.
It almost feels too easy. This week has been such a weird feeling because I'm like, it feels like it's been so long because we spent so much time and insanity clowning for Rep TV and being wrong and never getting answers. And it's like, wow, yeah, we said October 3rd. That was correct. Wow, we said Sabrina. Yep. Like, I feel like all the Swifties, like all of our guesses, just keeping like, yep, yep, the Eras Tour, yep, the Karma Door. It's like, oh my God. Just it's a weird feeling. It's like I'm like, oh,
Ryan,
didn't expect that. It's like
this just means we're acing the clowning test. Is what
so
this
you're like,
means.
oh, 822. I'm like, you're probably right. Like, and it's gonna happen. It's gonna be like, huh, yep, called that. It's crazy. It's a
Sometimes
weird
they are as
feeling.
straightforward as they seem, you know? Okay, Alex
Numerology.
put a poll up. Is 22 getting added to the Spotify playlist 2 weeks earlier, an Easter egg? And people are saying yes.
Didn't you say that I forget the playlist because the Spotify playlist for this there weren't any rep songs, right?
Oh, there were.
There were.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. So that's when we were wondering if Jack was going to be on this album, and that's why
But there
those
weren't
songs aren't
Jack
on
rep
there.
songs. It was
No, I
just
know, and that's
yeah.
why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say that, like, as
Yeah.
excited as I am for Taylor to work with Max and Shellback again, and I know it will be amazing, I I am genuinely sad that there's no Jack.
Yeah.
And I like sometimes Taylor does take feedback from the world. Like maybe she took that feedback of people thinking Tortured Poets was too long, or
Well,
oh,
there's the
you've been
Jack
working with
haters too.
Jack for so
Remember?
long, like
Yeah.
work with someone new. And now we have 12 tracks. It's just 12 tracks, no Jack, back to Max Martin and Shellback. It's interesting. But the way that she explained it in the episode, I think made it all make a lot of sense. Like she was in Europe
Yeah.
writing this album, flying to Sweden. Their producers, they were based in Sweden. That track, Jack was on tour with Bleachers and also helping produce Sabrina's new album. So
Yeah. I know, even the Sabrina collab, I'm like, that would make sense if he was on that song, but
I know.
it's okay because, I already had the thought and, like, I feel like we always do this as fans, only because the next album is TS13. I was like, I have a feeling whenever TS13 manifests that it's probably gonna just be a compilation of all her people. You know what I mean? Like, how incredible to be like, all right, we gotta get Jack back in here. We're like, maybe like one song with Max Martin, like just like all her people. So I'm like, it's okay, it's okay. Jack will be back. The album is still going to be a banger. It's been a minute because he was on 1989 and Rep. So it feels weird to be like
Everything since 1989. Everything.
yeah, so that's weird.
And Aaron's been on
Okay,
everything since like Folklore since.
you've turned me into a Jack fan. I never would have cared about this information. And that was the one thing when she said it, my heart
He's
sank. I
right.
was like, why do
Wait,
I care
he's
about this?
right
Like, I
here.
never used to
Okay.
care.
Jack, you're
I
always
was
with
like,
me.
I still remember the clip of you on your Jack soapbox during when people were coming for him. They were like, "Oh, I don't like this. It's I'm like,
That
yeah, the
was after
haters."
1989 Taylor's version came out, and people were
Mhm.
like, "Jack ruined the 1989 songs." That was, we're jumping around back to like the Masters conversation now for a hot second because she was talking about the Masters and the re-records. But I did think it was really interesting. Jason asked her point blank, like, "What should we listen to?" Or like, "Which ones would you listen
I
to?"
know,
And she said,
yeah.
"If you have the nostalgia of the old ones, that's what you want to listen to, do that. If you like the new ones, do that." But she made a point to say, "I would never have put out the Taylor's versions if I wasn't proud of it and if I didn't think that they were better. And the vocals are better." And she was complimenting her live band and saying that they were better. So like Ryan and I are staunch defenders of
Validated.
the Taylor's versions when some
Yeah.
people might criticize them. And again, we get the nostalgia part of it for
Yeah.
sure. Like listening to original Reputation, not that we ever like had Taylor's
Oh,
version to listen to,
I'm
but
like,
listening
that
to
doesn't
it.
count.
Well, I'm just saying like if we had gotten Reputation Taylor's version, there would have been parts of me that missed certain things about the originals, I'm sure, because
Yeah.
that's our favorite album. And so like we didn't go through that experience because our favorite album didn't end up getting a Taylor's version, and all the rest of them we were just like, "Yeah, this is awesome." Like we didn't
Yeah.
have
Like, I felt
we
a little bit of that with 1989. That was the first time that I was, like, sad to never listen to 1989, the OG, ever again. I remember us talking about that and having, like, almost, like, this, "All right, we gotta let it go," like, when the Taylor's version came out. And it's been freeing ever since, but it's per my expectation, like, how I would behave now that we get all of her music. I'm still preferring and listening to Taylor's version because the vocals are better and the music is better and it's just a new shiny version of the original. But
Mhm.
I feel like Jason needed to ask that for everyone to just calm down. What should
Well,
we
I
do?
do feel like he
What
was genuinely
should we
asking
do?
too, like, he had
I
really
know.
good questions, like, Jason is
Yeah.
the Swifties, and because he's chronically online, which he acknowledged, it's like he knew what we
Yeah.
wanted to know, and she answered them, like, ho most of that interview, I was
Dude,
just
I
sitting there like, "I can't
know.
believe they're talking about this."
I know. I was like, is this I mean, I know she's, like, older now and, like, it just felt like, wow, we finally have reached this point of the fandom of, like, she's just telling us all the stuff, and it feels surreal to actually hear the answers and be like, "Wow, okay, you are literally showing us behind the curtain,"
Well, I
which
feel like
is
she
kinda
did used
cool
to do
because
that, and then
yeah.
it for, like, a decade now, that has
Been
not
a
been the
minute.
case. Yeah.
Right, right. Yeah, yeah. We've seen only protected, guarded Taylor, and it's so fun that this new relationship is, like, bringing her back to being like, "I can say this in the safe space because y'all are my people, and you're not gonna edit this in a way that's gonna be manipulative or whatever, and, like, I'm doing it on my timeline." So,
Yeah,
thank
I'm
you.
wondering for the
It's
people in the chat,
impressive,
because I know
Jason.
that a lot of our audience are newer Swifties that maybe came on board because you were a Chiefs fan or came on board because of folklore, Midnight's TTPD, like discovered Taylor more recently. So for you all, I'm really curious to know if this is the first time you've really heard her talk in this type of a long form space. Like she's really funny, and I feel like people might not know that if you haven't seen the old clips from her earlier days, you know?
Dude, every time I hear her talk, I'm like, "God, I wish we were friends."
I
Like,
know.
she speaks and says things that, like, we say. The only thing I don't have in common with Taylor, well, I mean, aside
Is
from
the
the obvious.
cats.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
like, that is the only thing that I'm like, "Not even close, girl, cannot relate." You like, we can just, like, call it like, put that in the corner, you know? Everything else, though, I'm like, yeah, if I had, like, her life and, like, the free time, like, what she's been getting into, like, I have a ton of hobbies. I would love to get into sourdough, you know? I'm not going to because I don't have time and I can't. But, like, yeah, I would love to do that, you know, and be like a bread connoisseur and like make bread for my friends. And like, also, she just across the board, I mean, I already knew she was probably the best girlfriend, but I'm like, yeah, Travis, I mean, he said it. He's like, You're the best." I'm like, no, literally. Like, what can't she do? You know? And probably Travis, the only thing he wants is probably feels lacking is like maybe a golden retriever or something, a dog, and I'm sure she'll agree someday and they'll be like, fine, let's just get the golden retriever.
Were
Once he's
you
like
were you
free
listening
for
to
it,
the
she's like,
part
take
where they
care of
talked
it.
about getting a wild otter?
I did, yes. I
Okay,
did.
so someone said I don't know if she was so much as like being funny, she was being sweet and blah blah blah. Like totally agree. But there were certain moments where I feel like you saw her sense of humor, and the otter thing's actually a perfect example of it. She's like kind of roasting Travis for the fact that he
I
has this
know.
dream of like rescuing an otter, and she like goes so far down the bit of like this is how he wants it to happen, blah blah blah. And then at the end she's like, and honestly I want that too. And it's just like she's just so easily funny. It's not like in your face, ha ha, or like the freaking sourdough puns. Like,
Oh my god, I know. I already knew about them because of the photo of when Selena, I think she
yeah, for
gifted
Selena and
her.
Benny, the It's a Loaf Story. We knew that one.
Dude, there's so
I
many.
wrote them
Why
all
are there so
down.
many good ones? Someone said
Um,
Travis is the golden retriever. That's what I thought immediately. You're not wrong. And I think they definitely are gonna get a dog because he's definitely giving dog vibes. But I feel like until he's retired, she's like, I'm not taking care of this freaking dog when you're gone every week. So like we're gonna wait.
well, they're both gone. Yeah, I feel like dogs are hard to have when you're traveling and flying. Like cats are much easier to bring along with you. Um,
Yeah.
but
And
okay,
watch too.
here's some
Yeah.
of the sourdough puns. Okay. I wrote wait, hang on. Okay. Are you ready for it?
Of
I'm
course, the
gonna say that to
reputation
you now and
one.
you're gonna hate it.
Are you ready for it?
Flower Song, which is for like our song. That one's probably like the biggest stretch for me. It's a Love
That took me a
Story.
second to realize what it was because I thought of flower with a W and I was like, flower
Same.
song. And I was
Actually, I
like,
wrote it down
oh,
as flower with a W as well, but now I realize it's
wow.
flower with a
Yeah.
U.
Yep.
It's a love story, baby, just say yeast.
Mom's dying over here.
I'm dying because now I'm picturing when Jason, like when she said that, Jason started singing because it's a love story, baby, just say yeast. And Travis was just dying. And Taylor was continuing to list more puns while Jason was
She's like, I
singing.
can go on and on.
Loafing him was bread.
That was the one that she said you didn't know that song?
Travis
Or
looked
what?
a little confused and she said, you don't know that one. I think she said, like, you don't know that one. It wasn't on the Eras tour or something. And she said, it's okay. I still love you. And he was like, and I said to Alex, how would he not know that one when they started dating? That was the top reference. Loving him was red for the Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm like, Red is such a classic OG song. What do you mean you don't know that song?
I think he just didn't make the pun connection. I would bet money that
Maybe.
he knows the song Red. Like, I would bet lots of
Maybe.
money.
I mean, he's still like a new age, like he's learning. And she's probably throwing so much music at him that he's just trying to keep up. Like stuff that doesn't even get recorded. He's like, "Wait, is that the no."
Um, Alex put up a poll for favorite sourdough pun, and loafing him was bread is currently winning, but are you ready for it is in second. I mean, are you ready for
I
it is
mean, loafing him
absolutely
was
the
bread
best
is
one.
good because there's 2 in 1. So
Yeah,
that's unfair. Yeah.
but are you ready for it is rap.
Bread to December. Sorry. I'm like brack
We just
bread. I'm
how
like
long
I'm just gonna
should we just name our episode titles like sourdough puns for like as long as we can take it, you know?
You know what sucks is like making bread is actually really hard. You have to have the culture or whatever. It's not
Cruel
something like
starter.
you could just do. What is it?
Cruel starter because you have to have like a sourdough starter
That's
kit.
what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to have a culture or what is it? A starter culture or like whatever the heck it's called. Bigger than the whole rye. Oh, that's good.
Mm.
Weirdly, I know someone here who just started getting into sourdough. Yeah, and I had another friend who made bread. It's not an easy thing to do. Um,
Oh, Alex is bringing in sourdough. I did not make
did you make
this.
that?
No.
Okay.
No, it's not the same, but it is local.
I
Is that
made it.
sourdough?
No.
No, you didn't.
No,
I was
oh my
like,
gosh,
Molly,
when
what?
you the next time you come, which apparently now will be October 3rd, there's this little co-op, like it's literally like Schitt's Creek, as like if you were to go into the little store in Schitt's Creek, like they have all this local stuff.
I never
and
saw that.
that's
I never
You
saw
never
that
saw
show.
Schitt's Creek? Oh my
No,
gosh.
I just know I've been referred to being similar to what's her face, Alexis. Yeah, I've been given that comparison a few times, and I'm like, yeah.
That's
Okay.
so funny. I didn't know
Dude,
that.
when we were at Swift again, and the guys that were there was like, your dancing reminds me of Alexis. It's a little Alexis, like whatever. And I was like, okay. And then I feel
Okay,
like
that's kind of an insult, and you're a good
I
dancer, so I
know.
disagree.
I mean, well, in that setting, I mean, I'm, like when I Swifty dance, if you will, like,
right, we're like,
you know what I mean? You're just
yeah.
like, Anyway, whatever. They loved my vibe. It was like the gay guys, remember? They like kept anyway.
Soon you'll get better.
There's so many. Welcome to New Leafs.
Oh man.
Look what you made me dough.
Oh,
That's a good one.
Yeah, but Alex was like timing it. They talked about sourdough for at least 10 minutes, which maybe we have now too. But the fact that
Also,
Taylor said she reads sourdough blogs, like,
dude,
if
you're a
someone with a
sourdough
blog,
right? Dude, I know. It's one of we'll add it to our list of life regrets of like, God, if only I'd known that Taylor would be scouring the freaking sourdough internet, she could have seen us. But like, we only have time for so much,
Thank you, Dave, for the look what you made me dough contribution.
Yeah,
also, the poll is neck and neck right now. Make sure to submit your votes.
It's very important.
Are You Ready For It is now tied with Loafing Him Was Bread, and It's a Love Story, Baby Just Say Alex misspelled yeast, and it just says yeast. Is at 27%. Oh, Are You Ready For It's taking the lead.
I didn't misspell it. I ran out of characters. That was intentional.
Oh, all right. Alex is known usually for misspelling.
I know. I was like, sure.
Last night when I was writing the description for our episode, I was so tired. I was like falling asleep as I was writing it. And I accidentally wrote The Secret Life of a Showgirl. Like Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Why did I immediately think of The Summer I Turned Pretty? But no, that's so funny. The Secret Life of...
And Alex caught it this morning. He's
combining
like,
too many
literally
things
last
at
night you
once.
wrote The Secret Life of a Showgirl.
That would have been a good name. But then everyone would have been like, so do you watch Secret Lives of Mormon Wives?
Yes. Erin Andrews and Carissa just started talking about that on their podcast. And we know Taylor's friends with him now, so maybe that means Taylor watches Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
You haven't watched the new episode of Summer I Turned Pretty. Don't come for me for asking you that. I know you haven't. I'm just asking.
No, it's... Yeah, when in my day do you think that?
Yes, I know. Okay, so I would ask anyway because... Anyway, watch it when you get a chance.
Someone said, wait, why was Molly in the ER? I missed it. I'll tell the full story after we're done talking about everything else that's way more important. But the short version is Alex and I woke up to a bat in our bedroom this morning. So we had to get rabies vaccines. There's a lot more to this story, though. So we'll tell it later. It's not important right now. We have so much more to talk about. We'll be okay. The life of a dough girl. Okay, people are asking, what's your favorite variants of the life of?
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say, let's show the variants because
I haven't even really looked at them yet. So yeah, when thank you, Colton. Life was a willow, and I bent right to your stiff dough.
Wow, Alex thought he was Batman.
Okay, so when the episode was airing, like at 7 p.m. there's the countdown on Taylor's site to 7 p.m. and at 7 p.m. was also when the New Heights episode dropped. So her site updated and the album artwork and the release date and everything, but I didn't look at any of that. I was just watching the episode and I wanted to like reveal. I wanted to learn about it all that way. So I have not looked at this yet. Have you?
I got really I did. Well, I got when I finally like sat down at the computer, I did like look at them, but I got really angry when I was driving and my notifications spoiled the release date because I also wanted to hear it from Taylor, and I was like, why'd she have to go and drop it at the same time? Why couldn't she have made people wait until the end of the episode? That was kind of annoying. I'm like, I get it, like I get it, because if you're not watching New Heights, but like make the people who aren't like, you know, like
Yeah, it would have
back.
been nice for it to update at like 9 p.m. Eastern on the
Yeah.
site so that she announced
But I
it.
guess it'd be confusing to be like, wait, why is the countdown till 9 at 9, but the
Well,
New Heights is
also
at 7, whatever.
also
Like,
the audio platform. So when you're watching a YouTube premiere, you can't skip ahead. But on the audio platforms, as soon as it dropped, people could have like gone straight to the TS12 section. So it's like if
gotcha. I mean, I should have just put mine on Do Not Disturb. That was a
that's
user
what I
error,
yeah.
but it's fine.
Okay, so
But the variants are wild.
yeah, so I'm assuming, because again I haven't looked at them yet. I'm assuming that the variants are gonna kind of match up with we haven't even really talked, like we talked about the Karma door, but we haven't talked about like the locks appearing on her site throughout the day. I'm assuming the variants are gonna line up with the colors of those locks.
Just wait till you see what they're called.
Colton submitted another one. Thank you, Colton. Just another loaf to burn.
Do you have them pulled up? No.
Yeah, I'm gonna navigate. I had to scroll back up and read this one too. But Daddy, I loaf him. Amy, great contribution. All right. I'm just like so nervous. You know, it's like
I would ask which ones you were gonna get, but I know you're gonna get all of them. So it's funny because when the pre-order happened yesterday,
Alex said you already have all of them, which means he purchased them while we've been doing this. Thank you, Alex.
LOL.
I save all my money to buy Taylor's multiple album variants.
Someone had like clocked that, and which I mean at this point it's like not even a secret, but someone, when the pre-order was available for just like the actual album, people were like, maybe like we should all wait because we're gonna get variants. And like as it broke early, I don't know when I'm gonna buy one. It's gonna be a while. But I'm glad that I didn't clock it for the first one, because I'm like, yeah, I obviously would love to pick one of the ones instead.
Yeah,
to have.
maybe this is again could be feedback that she received from like the Tortured Poets release, which was as cool as it was for her to announce the different variants at different shows, and they all kind of revealed something different that we might like to hint about Tortured Poets. Like that was really fun. But it is nice, to your point, to be able to see all the variants now and just be able to choose which one you want, because
like,
and
people were on
to
it.
Announced, it's like, oh, I'm buying that, and then we didn't know there were gonna be 3 more.
Yeah, some people did wait, and so people's pockets are thanking her for just, you know. I was also shocked that she revealed the track list too, because like when she held it up, I was like, wait, and then when she was like, okay, we're gonna go through and read the track list, and I was like, oh, well, that was easy.
Oh my gosh, Colton is on fire right now. Today was a yeasty tale. Like today was a fairy tale. Alex is using my mouse at the moment, and then I will navigate to the variants.
Danielle said that I think it referring to them as jewelry boxes. Yeah, after seeing them, that makes sense. And so I'm wondering.
Oh, that's interesting. I thought that they were just like wood blocks with TS.
Well, when you see the photos, you'll know.
I forgot Kasha existed. I cannot. Someone needs to write all these down. These are brilliant. Oh my gosh.
I don't want to spoil. I don't want to spoil the variants, because there was an aspect of why the jewelry box makes sense. So I'll just wait.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Hurry and pull it up.
Sorry, I was waiting for you to be unmuted. I was waiting for Ray to stop barking. Okay. Ray.
If she was small, I would show everyone, but my camera is locked in and she's too big. So.
Were they on the main site, the variants?
So go, yeah, if you go down, just scroll down. They're literally right below it.
Whoa.
Right there. So you can click into each one. So you see how they have jewelry? Right. So I'm like, are we getting the jewelry with each one? So that's the Evil Eye
Sweat and Vanilla Perfume Edition.
perfume. Yeah, so I'm like, I'm
This
sorry,
is
but
the best rollout of my life. Like vanilla is my favorite scent.
dude,
And like
I
sweat
know,
and
same.
vanilla.
I was
How
like, honestly, it just made me think
relatable.
about like, I'm like, so do we get perfume or not? I know we don't, but coincidentally, Selena Gomez just came out with a perfume. If anyone gets the Selena Gomez perfume, let me know because it has all the smells that I feel like I love. She's like, it has vanilla, it
They
has
said
this,
read
it
the
has
product
that.
description. It does come with perfume. That's crazy.
Does stop it right now. Okay, well, I guess this is the one I'm buying then. Wait, what does it say? I
Okay,
can't see.
12 tracks, jewel case with collectible front and back cover art. A jewel case.
How much
One
are they?
disc with collectible disc artwork.
Oh, that's right. The variants aren't vinyls, they're CDs. That's crazy. Did you notice that, Molly? They're not vinyls.
I just didn't know if the CDs
There's
were
only
first.
one vinyl.
Interesting.
Unless she's gonna, that would be bad if she came out and was like, kidding, there's also vinyls. But yeah, CDs. Where the heck are we gonna play these?
My
I
car
actually have
still
one
has
in
a
my
CD
car.
player. Yeah.
I know, mine does too. But some
I'm
people
like, we
don't.
both have really old cars. So.
Yeah. So maybe that's why she gave all the extra stuff because she's like, it's not a vinyl, but here's. Okay, what else does it say?
Okay,
Here's
collectible
a jewelry box.
collectible 8-page booklet that includes never before seen photos and song lyrics. Okay, so that probably is why she didn't want to show the inner
Right.
sleeves and stuff. On New Heights. 3 double-sided photo cards on high-gloss cardstock with unique envelope. Each card features an exclusive image and lyric selected by Taylor. What?
Orange glitter jewelry box.
Orange glitter
Come
jewelry
on.
box.
The keychain.
Gold tone
Bag
keychain
charm.
bag charm with Taylor Swift engraved. So that's what this is over here.
Oh, it's charm. It's not a thing.
Keyring bag charm features gold tone metal TS logo charm and violet eye charm in black, white, and violet. They're so descriptive. And cubic zirconia.
Wait, I don't see the
crystals.
perfume listed though.
Yeah, I don't either.
All right, so no perfume. Never mind. I'm not buying that one. Because I don't think that's the one that I wanted originally. I can't remember which one I was into. That was definitely caught my attention because same. I was like, I love vanilla. I thought it was fascinating, or like, yeah, when she said, "Wow, one already sold out."
$17.99.
Wait a second. That photo was not there before, unless I missed it. The Life of a Showgirl one. I
Which
do
one?
not remember
This
seeing
one?
that album cover. My goodness.
This?
What? No, the sorry, it's the Beautiful Edition. I don't remember
okay.
seeing that cover earlier. Actually, these updated because earlier during the show, these covers were not there. It was, I forget what it was, but then you saw like a tease of the photo in the back. Like, yeah. So actually, I'm seeing these for the first time too.
What are you doing now?
I just want to note something.
Wow.
13.
The Life of a Showgirl 13.
What's 13?
On that envelope.
They're on every envelope. It says 13.
The Life
What
of
is
a
that?
Show. Well, I don't know.
I'm like, that's pretty vague. 13's on everything. It's Taylor.
But it looks like the CD is intentionally covering up something there. Like we're only seeing the 13.
Said it could be a scented envelope.
Yeah.
It doesn't
who knows?
mention. It says it's with unique envelope is how they're calling it. Okay.
The Life of a Showgirl, It's Frightening edition. Interesting. What is this album photo shoot? Also, we have to address that she said the photographer is the same one for the Reputation era, and that's the only time they've ever worked together was Rep and this.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell what's behind her in this photo. Like, what she's
Which
like
one?
climbing.
Oh, The Frightening?
Yeah.
The Frightening?
Do you not see our like return right now? I guess not.
Or no, I do. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I can't see it very up close, so I was looking at it on the other.
Oh, that's all
view.
good. Yeah.
Oh, it kind of looks like movie theater chairs.
Huh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could
Or
see
like
that.
a show, like maybe not a movie theater, obviously, like a show.
Theater.
Like,
Yeah.
theater. Yeah, theater seats. Yep.
Yeah, someone said climbing out of the stage. Yeah, chairs in a theater.
Yeah, yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, she looks great, but we already knew that. So, I mean, that's obvious. I mean, can we just talk about the photo that she's covering up for the Rapturous edition?
Hang on, I haven't looked at. You're jumping ahead. I haven't seen any of the other ones yet. Well, I'm just double checking to see if there's anything different available for this one. So
The jewelry boxes are different colors. And then the gemstone is different.
Different booklet, probably different photo cards, and different keychain.
Yeah, so it looks like the Sweat and Vanilla is like the orange one, because that's the one that I would want, even though like I want the one that's orange coated, which is the Sweat and Vanilla.
Yeah, for sure.
And like you said, yeah, each one matches the lock. So you have an orange one, a red one, a lavender one, and then a like silvery, sparkly one.
So the third one is The Life of a Showgirl. It's rapturous. That's an interesting word. And this photo, to me, is giving the feathers from the Tortured Poets set on the Eras tour.
The photo behind is very
interesting,
risque. It's giving, she knows what she's doing with that photo. It's giving guilty as sin.
Oh, and the keychain, the words on the keychain say actually romantic, which is one of the track titles.
Which is the song, yeah.
Yeah.
Track title. The Life of a Showgirl. Rapturous edition.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Alex is pointing out, I feel like, yes, how can we get that over here? Alex is showing me a comparison of this photo and a rep photo.
Oh, dude, this.
Yes.
Yeah. Obviously not the cover. I have the vinyl right there. Stand by. I'm like, the vinyl's staring me in the face. Yes. Well, let me pull up. I can't see my camera. Eep.
Yep.
It's giving this.
It's
good.
Giving rep.
Oh. It's just rep, but not in black and white.
Wow. That's really, I wonder if there are other things then with these that we just haven't noticed yet as we've been going through, like that relate back to other different kinds of photos. The next one, It's Beautiful, is giving Midnights to me for sure.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like,
well, that's that outfit again.
I know.
That we talked about from the VMAs, dude. Also, yeah, like her hair.
This is kind of a mix though of outfits she wore in Bejeweled, in the Bejeweled music video.
The slick back hair as well.
Yeah, one of the photos she had slicked back hair. So this one's called It's Beautiful.
Wow. Dude,
oh,
she looks
she's wearing like an
so
orange dress in the top, like in that photo there.
I have to go back so I can zoom in. Oh yeah, dude, she looks so freaking good. Obviously, that's that's like the cover of all covers. Like, holy shit! I bet you that's Travis's favorite. If it's like, if I had to pick, yeah, she looks saucy.
Both that cover and the other photo we're seeing here both remind me of the Midnights photo shoot a lot.
Yeah. It's like Rep and Midnights had a baby for this photo shoot.
I mean, could I be happier with that analysis?
I know.
When I already knew the fact that this album is orange and that my favorite color is orange, that it's certified that this would be my favorite album. Obviously, had a feeling it would be like happier and boppier. Now that it's confirmed that it's orange, Max Martin and Shellback with the bops, and Taylor has said that this is her favorite like album ever. It's just a lock. Like whatever is about to come our way on October 3rd will change my life forever.
I mean, for Taylor to say herself that, yeah, I was happy that she gave, like, I was listening to Tortured Poets today, which is funny to feel like some kind of like, not defensive, but kind of like almost like defending Tortured Poets, you know, because it's like, I was glad that she gave it some love. I mean, not that she feels any negative way about it at all, but because it was such a time in her life, I still like how she like mentioned during the interview of like, I forget what she said, but like
she said that Tortured Poets, she was totally just focused on the writing and like conveying all of her feelings that she was feeling during that time. And she said that with every album she kind of has a different focus, and Tortured Poets was the writing. And then Travis said, yeah, every song is like a poem.
Literally, it's like, yeah, babe, it's in the title.
Or every song is like, well, I mean, yeah. Like, but you know, but it's true. Like literally these songs all sound like poetry if you were to just read them.
I know. Even though ironically the titles of Life of a Showgirl sound more poetic, you know, they were talking about Hamlet and all that.
Okay, I have to admit something. I don't know jack about Hamlet. Like I'm gonna have
neither do I.
I need to,
Neither do
if
I.
you've come for some literary analysis, you're on the wrong channel.
You're in the wrong place.
We'll wait for Ali Sheehan to drop her video and then we'll learn about Hamlet and then we can update you guys accordingly.
Which is embarrassing because I was a journalism major and I was a journalism major, then I switched to media, but still. And then English was one of my favorite subjects. But clearly, I don't think we actually read Hamlet, period. So there's that. Like Odysseus, all that stuff. Let's go.
Yeah, people want us to talk about the track list. I feel like I'm very unprepared to talk about the track lists, but we can try.
I have feelings.
I don't know if it'll be on her site. Where is it? It's on the back. Okay. Also, just like the fact that we don't own the Orange Reputation vinyl, but it's okay because now we're gonna have this sparkly orange vinyl with the same people who did Rep. Like, thank you, Taylor. Thank you. Oh my gosh, Dave, thank you so much. And Dave posted, Jason tweeted 1.3 million views is the definition of numerology.
Oh my god. I know, I was watching that
about numerology.
When we were watching, I was like, it held like 1.3. I actually thought that was lower than expected, but that's time zones for you, you know?
Well,
otherwise, yeah.
The number it was showing while it was live, it's going to be way higher after it's done because like people join at different times and whatever. Like it's gonna.
That was just like the while, yeah.
Actually, let's just circle back. 2.2
I mean,
million.
I myself was like, I need to go back, and there was too much going on. I was like, I'm probably definitely gonna go back and watch it again. For sure.
I'll be rewatching this for the rest of my life. I have faith that you will rewatch it again, like at least one more time.
At least once, yeah, for sure. Only because I was like driving and like preoccupied, and yeah, I would like to sit down and like watch it properly.
I'm a chronic rewatcher though, where you are not. Like I used to rewatch the Reputation Stadium tour all the time and just like put it on while I'm cleaning the house, whatever. I don't usually do that with podcasts, but I just feel like this is going to be like a comfort podcast episode moving forward. It's like, let's go see some Tay happiness. Let's circle back to when she talked to us about everything. That was nice.
Right.
It's like Miss Americana. I revisit Miss Americana like once a year.
Well, it's probably the only other time we got like so much of her where you're like, you know, I still watch that documentary. I'm like, this is crazy. That she gave us so much even back then. And it's like, yeah, just buckle up because that's just the beginning.
Okay, so we'll go to the track list now. Sorry, we got distracted. Oh,
I have it pulled up on
no.
my end as well. So it's funny because Ophelia, aside from the song, which I love, if anyone knows the song Ophelia by what's it called? You know what I'm talking about? Oh, Ophelia.
No idea.
What? The Lumineers? Come on. Does anyone know the song? It's a banger. Anyway, forget it. But yeah, Ophelia itself is about Hamlet. It's like, yeah, which I feel like there was an Easter egg about in the past about Hamlet. Ophelia drowned in Hamlet. Okay.
Oh. And didn't they say that the
Oh, someone
Lion
said, can we
King
do a
is related to
comparison?
Hamlet?
Yeah, that was crazy. I don't. If Taylor said it, it must be true. Someone said, can we do a comparison to see if the 12 photos posted by Taylor Nation correspond to the tracks? I mean, we already know that the last one does because it's her and Sabrina. The Fate of Ophelia, well, that's her in the 1989 outfit. That's like, I remember that first photo very well.
Stand by.
I just had to Google it. Opalite is a man-made iridescent glass, often mistaken for natural opal.
Someone already isolated this photo. Look at this. Oh, I forgot Travis said this album's going to make you dance.
Oh, you know what that reminds me of? That outfit / that look is Jessica Rabbit. It's just orange instead of red. But
Taylor Nation's tweeted so many times now. For a hot second, it was just welcome back to the vigilante shit share. Oh my gosh. What are these photos?
Wait, where'd they get that photo from?
I don't know.
These are the leaks, probably.
No, Taylor. I'm on Taylor Nation's page.
Taylor Nation posted this?
Yes. They would not post leaks.
Where did that photo come from? What?
I'm shook. I'm so shook.
Dude.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm just trying to get to the original from the chairman to the showgirl. Oh, that's cool. Okay, here it is.
Sheesh. All right, here we go. The Fate of Ophelia.
Okay. The Fate of Ophelia and that. Yeah, I feel like they're not going to directly correlate, but
I mean, one of them
what
does.
do I know? Elizabeth Taylor.
What is? Do you know who Elizabeth Taylor is?
Yeah.
She was an actress, right?
She's
the one on
I said
Breakfast
yeah, so
no,
like so confidently.
Yeah, she's an actress. I knew that. No, she's an actress. I mistook her briefly as the other actress who stars in Breakfast at Tiffany's, not her. It looks like she was most famous for, I haven't heard of. Wow, she was in a movie called Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, which is funny. Who's Afraid of Little Old Me?
Wait, yeah. Oh my gosh. Wow.
She won an Academy Award.
We talked about Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf back when we were like...
We did?
Yeah, back when we were trying to figure out Tortured Poets themes.
She also, someone said, yeah, she also starred in Cleopatra. She's an icon. I know that much. So yeah, she was in Cleopatra. A lot of like Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. A lot of movies from like back in the day.
Oh, duh. I'm like, why do I? Yeah, people are saying Elizabeth Taylor is the reference of Burton to this Taylor.
Oh, because her husband was Richard Burton. I always was so confused by the Burton reference because I was either thinking like Tim Burton, which is not the same. You know, the like the Night Before Christmas, or wait.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Nightmare Before Christmas, that Tim Burton. Also there's Burton
Thank you,
snowboards.
Dave.
Yeah. Wow, Burton to this Taylor. Wow. Sheesh.
People are saying, do you not know who Liz Taylor is? I'm gonna be honest. Elizabeth Taylor is one of those names that I've heard a lot, and like I never think deeply about it when I hear the name. So like I knew she was an actress, but like I don't know her work.
I was mistaking her for Audrey Hepburn. That's who came to mind, not her.
No, I like have a picture of her in my brain. I just like don't know that much about her. Elizabeth Taylor was impeccable, but she was married and divorced a zillion times and was the celebrity face of White Diamonds perfume. Thank you, Danielle.
She's Hollywood royalty. Okay.
Auntie Books says Elizabeth Taylor, it was Hollywood royalty, and Burton always came back together for their relationships. Interesting.
She was known for her she had violet eyes. They are like an interesting blue for sure.
Cat eye makeup is very Elizabeth Taylor. Okay, wow. Thank you guys.
Yeah, if you look at like old school like photos of Elizabeth Taylor, like her hair, it's all giving like what Taylor's giving in this, like the showgirl hair for sure. There's definitely some old pinup girl. Yeah,
I'm so sorry. Everyone's like, how do you not know this? My brain is just full of Taylor Swift lyrics, guys. I don't know what to tell you.
You know the Phantom of the Opera though, so I'm actually kind of surprised.
Wait, she's in Phantom of the Opera?
No, I just feel like that's related. I don't know.
What?
I don't know. Like, I don't know the Phantom of the Opera. Like, it feels like a deep cut. Or like related? It feels like that genre, like, you know, like famous old movies, musicals. Is it a musical? It's not a musical.
Phantom is a musical.
Okay.
But I don't think any of the things we've just named are musicals.
They're not. I don't know. Different thoughts. Same, but different. That?
Yes, I do know a ridiculous amount of things about Phantom of the Opera. Is
Phantom of the Opera related to TS12? No. Alex asking that. I'm like, I wouldn't know actually, because Molly would know. I wouldn't know. Maybe.
Alex and I went to a silent film, like live score of Phantom of the Opera a couple weeks ago, and we were telling Ryan about it, and she's never seen or like heard Phantom of the Opera, which is big.
You guys know a lot about Liz Taylor. I'm impressed. People coming in with the facts. Thank you for educating us. I feel like Jason when like they were reading the track list and they kept making fun of him and they're like, "Do you know what this means?" Like, stop asking. It's like that's
no. I actually I felt like Jason then. Yeah, and you know Travis.
Yeah, no, I was like.
Yeah, you know, Travis was like, haha, I have advance notice, so I know what all this means.
Yeah, Travis only knows because Taylor was like, okay, like she said, he hasn't read Hamlet, but she has taught him about Hamlet. I'm like, well, when you have Taylor to educate you, I would be really knowledgeable as well.
Okay. Lucas said, which variant did you guys like the best? I don't know if I have a favorite yet.
I'm definitely gonna buy the sweat and vanilla because it's the orange.
Oh, Alex put a poll.
It's the orange jewelry box, and
it's beautiful.
I like vanilla.
Yeah, people are pointing out that that Elizabeth Taylor had violet eyes. Apparently, what? And so like one of the charms is a violet eye. Yeah.
Oh yes, it's an evil eye too, which wards off.
Oh, she's been wearing the evil eyes for like the last 2 years.
Dude, yeah,
I think she's been actually wearing them way longer than that, but
yeah. You better hurry up, you're already sold out. True, I know. It's all right. I'm not as like, you know, I care a lot less about these things, and I'll just see them through Molly's. I'll be like, Molly, let me look at these. I'm
a collector, Ryan.
I get my fulfillment. Well, are you gonna open them?
I opened.
You have to.
Tortured Poets. I opened the Black Dog one. But yeah, then I like. Yeah, that's the problem with collecting things. It's like you don't want to open them and like taint it.
But it's not like you're gonna sell it. I don't feel like that matters unless you ever want to sell it. Like, just open it.
Yeah, these I'm definitely. Yeah, there's a lot to look at. Okay.
All right, next
track
photo.
3 is
opalite, which again, Googled man-made iridescent glass. It's often mistaken for natural opal. Remember, she said opal is the birthstone for October 3rd. So that's interesting. She mentioned that. So like
Oh.
so this is mistaken for natural opal due to its milky white appearance and shifting blue and peach undertones, which I love opal. It's probably one of my favorite gemstones.
I've actually been like totally separate of this, obviously, wanting to get an opal necklace or something.
I had one growing up. It's stunning. So opalite, I'm looking, is also really freaking cool. Yeah, the milky, yeah, various it's opal and moonstone simulants. Aura's moonstone, because
Some
he
guy
was
said my aura's
Aura's
moonstone just
moonstone
cause
just
he
because
was
he
high.
was high. Yep. You got it.
Opals are bad luck if not gifted to you. Thank you. All right, Alex, now you know what to
They
give me.
are? Oh, yikes. Thank God I never bought one. The one I used to have was for my grandma.
Opal eyes are all I wish to see. She wants
Well,
what's only yours.
the fact that she's calling it opal light and that it's mistaken as opal, there's definitely some, like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not opal, it's mistaken for. So I can get myself, is opal light bad if I get that for myself?
Oh, people said the photos are coming from Taylor's Instagram. Let's pause.
Oh yeah,
for a
we haven't
second
actually
and...
looked at Taylor's Instagram post. That would be helpful.
Oh my gosh, everything's green. It's crazy. Oh man. You know, the other really funny thing is like every time we've seen green or orange in the Eras tour, we thought that it was rep
debut
related or
rep.
debut.
Bruh.
Shake my head.
Bruh.
Oh, she posted. Okay. All right. So New Heights must have posted like the actual unblurred one.
What is her bit? What does she say?
I don't see any informatory text here. Just pre-order The Life of a Showgirl. It's frightening. Limited release deluxe CD now on my site. Available for 72 hours. Album producers Max Martin, Shellback, and Taylor Swift. And then Mert Alice and Marcus Piggott are the photographers. Okay, oh, so we're getting like the full image here. She's in performance tights, like the dancing tights.
Yeah, that's definitely a theater for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Next one. It's rapturous. Interesting.
Wait, so where'd they get the chair photo? Oh, you can click through.
That's what I've been doing.
Wait. I'm confused. Okay.
Yeah, I still don't know where they got the chair photo. But dang. Okay, Taylor.
Girl.
Like, dang. She looks so good. I just don't know what to say.
For real.
Oh, okay, this one has more. All right.
Oh.
Okay, so now it was kind of hard to tell in the New Heights clip. Like now you can really see the water. At first, I thought it was glass, like when we first saw it.
I like how she's like, so this is me at the end of each show. And it's like, and then she's like, well, obviously not wearing this. I'm like
in an ice bath though. Oh, the orange. I didn't even realize as we've been looking at this that these are orange feathers.
There they are. The freaking feathers. Hold on, there's a delay. I'm waiting. Oh. Dang, with the little black wig? It's giving Cleopatra. Oh, Cleopatra, Elizabeth Taylor. Hey, I see that. I see.
Oh my gosh.
Well, she looks hot with black hair.
Also, these are all just probably from the same photo shoot, but allegedly the music video that was shot recently was giving all of these same vibes. So it's so good.
I'm waiting for the delay. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Sheesh.
I don't dress for women. I don't dress for men. It's so cool how she's taking elements of the Eras tour and incorporating it into this. Like, this is just going to be the most meta album we've ever received.
Dude.
How lucky are we to have lived through the Eras tour, and now we're getting an album about what went on behind the scenes of the Eras tour? Like,
we all wanted a documentary. She's like, cool. How about like an album that, I mean, it kind of plays on your theory again, even though wouldn't we know if that was already happening, of like it being what's it
a
called? Like a
visual album?
visual. Yeah. I'm like, wouldn't we know that already? So maybe
No,
not.
I don't think so. So when Ryan and I were talking last night, I was thinking, and if you think about, this is before we got all the info we got today, that the life of a showgirl and like the name of the album was making me think that it could be either paired easily with some sort of a documentary of like, here's the music I wrote, and then here's like more of the documentary stuff. But then I started thinking, well, what if, kind of like what we're saying now, what if all of the footage that was shot during the Eras tour the last couple of months was for this album, but this album will be a visual album in the same way that Lemonade was for Beyonce, which, if you're not familiar, it was like an hour-long film, and the music was a soundtrack to the film.
It's also like very possible. I mean, I know there were only rumors about like one music video or a music video. Like, it's also possible that like, what if every song gets a music video? And like maybe it is easier to pump out. Like, there's a created one that she just did, and then there's like a I Can Do It With a Broken Heart type music video for all of these songs, right?
You're right.
Like,
I Can Do It With Broken
yeah.
Heart is and that was the
Oh,
last. That was
that's what
the
I'm
Easter
expecting.
egg. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm expecting, is like she's gonna have so much footage, and it's like, instead of a documentary, we're getting a different version of it. And that also plays into like 12 songs feels like so few, only because the Tortured Poets, I mean, you can't come back from like 31 or 33, 31 songs,
32.
32. You can't come back from that. And it's like 12 seems so small, but it also feels like attainable to do something like that. You're like, I can make 12 videos. I can do a lot with 12 versus 30 plus. It's like, it probably for her feels like, yeah, the same way. It's like, I could do so much with this. And then she has all this footage, and we have the footage of Travis. So whichever songs in here are about Travis or Travis related, throw in the B-roll
and her
of them looking
family.
hella cute, and like,
yeah,
there's
they were
so
they were
much,
recording
like,
her family for sure. Yeah, it's so interesting to think about it from that perspective. And when she was promoting Midnights, the night of the Midnights release, so it was a Thursday into a Friday, as it always is. This is just so funny to think about now. On Thursday Night Football that night, which was on Amazon Prime, she had promoted that she was going to drop a teaser trailer for the Midnights album on like the third quarter of Thursday Night Football, which I think Amazon Prime might have crashed that day. Because you literally had to stream the game on Prime. This was when you were driving to our house and got pulled over.
oh yes.
It was like literally as this was premiering, like you were supposed to be at our house in time for that, and then you ended up getting pulled over.
Oh yes. I made it though in time.
The normal chaos. So you weren't there to kind of see that air, and then we got the album. So I don't know if you really like sat with that. We also didn't even have a podcast yet. But my whole point of it is she dropped this teaser trailer that had like an instrumental, and I think it was from Mastermind, which we know now, but at the time we didn't know. It had this instrumental, and it was all these different clips that started playing, like, and now we know those were clips from all these different music videos from the Midnights era. But at the time, I was thinking then, when we were watching it, I'm like, is there going to be a music video for every song? And that didn't happen, but there were a lot of music videos for Midnights.
There were like 3, right?
It was Lavender Haze, Bejeweled, Antihero, and Karma.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, people said, yeah, I was correct in my first guess. 31 tracks on TTBD.
Oh, sorry.
13 backwards. That's a good way to remember it.
Oh, yeah, duh. And so,
for 31 to 12 is like.
And for a comparison point, original Midnights was 13 tracks. Like,
Someone said, "Are we ignoring that this is her shortest album ever?" Is that true?
Is it? Yeah, Midnight's was 13.
It does feel short. It does. Well,
But then we got the 3 a.m. tracks, so.
Rep's 15. Wow, but Rep's only an hour long, but it's still 15.
I think this is gonna be 45 to 50 minutes, maybe.
It's too short.
12 songs.
It's too short. Ah. Oh man. Someone said, in color theory, orange and blue combined is the most pleasing combination. I don't disagree with that.
We love orange
As
and blue.
two girlies whose alma maters, orange and blue. Also, it's one of those where a lot of colleges, when they pick their two colors, it's whatever colors are opposite on the color spectrum. So orange and blue are opposite, and therefore they pair perfectly. Fun fact.
I didn't know that.
Color theory.
Color theory.
Like, same thing like LSU, like purple and gold. You're like, that's weird, but it's like opposite on the color spectrum. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, there is so much sports stuff to unpack from that interview that we'll do another time. That
the melding
as
of
sports Swifties, it's like this is the best thing that could ever happen to me.
Kind of insane. Yeah, that we're here. That's why our Monday Night Football theory is like, that like feels really good. Like she's probably gonna debut something at the Chiefs game on Monday. For sure.
Yeah, I mean, she's clearly leaning into the crossover, so why not?
Oh yeah.
Okay, there was one more photo that we didn't get to.
There's another.
Oh,
Wait, there's a delay. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah.
I don't have words.
Yeah, I mean, she was like perfection before, but like she's really outdone herself. Like
she's basically doing her own like ESPN The Body issue photo shoot.
Dude, I know. It's like if you took Vigilante bleep and just made it album art,
People said belly button on full display. Yeah, if you've been here long enough, you know the belly button lore.
And that outfit is really similar, but obviously way reduced to the like Midnight's outfit from the Eras tour. Like the top, like it's like if you just ripped it open, you know what I mean? Like how like sexy like those outfits were, like the little bodysuits that she wore during that set, and like the Vigilante. It's like if you just like took out the middle part, it's like giving like a lot of missing a lot of pieces, but
and behind her is clearly again a theater, and with the I Can Do It With a Broken Heart visuals on the Eras tour, it was like a theater stage behind her. And the old Hollywood themes. Ryan and I were also talking last night about the fact that Travis came on stage before I Can Do It With a Broken Heart, and that the whole bit before I Can Do It With a Broken Heart on the Eras tour was basically Taylor being like, I don't want to go out there, I don't want to do it, like don't make me, but nope, you gotta get dressed, you gotta go be a showgirl, and then she does the snap into it. It's like all of that was an Easter egg playing into this theme. And so the fact that Travis came out right before that song, and this album will probably have some tracks about their relationship, it's just so perfect.
Probably.
Like, we were just so excited about the fact that Travis went on stage. We didn't think about the fact that it could have meant something like played into a bigger theme a year later.
And the fact that the I Can Do It With a Broken Heart music video is when we were haunted with the orange fans and then the purple what? Why am I spacing?
They were
orange fans and then
I think there were purple fans too, maybe. There was definitely purple skirt.
Yeah. So it's like that was an Easter egg, obviously, for this album, but not even. But that's why I also think it could be an Easter egg for like the type of music videos that we're gonna get. It's like a double, you know what I mean? It's like orange and lilac. Now you have TS12. Hey, this BTS footage. Like, there's gonna be more of this, and like that music video was iconic. Like, I wouldn't be mad about having like multiple, especially with footage that we've never seen. So, Okay,
This is
people want to talk
Sabrina's
more
Instagram
about
story,
that.
by the way. The life of a showgirl, October 3rd. I know someone who's freaking out, and it's me. Oh my gosh, what if they're in a
Oh,
music video together? Keep going.
they should
What's
be.
next? Oh,
They should be. Okay. Oh my god. I
must
literally
also
almost posted. Sorry, go ahead.
Sabrina said must also point out that. Does she just mean like this photo? Yeah.
I
Okay.
mean, yeah, like slay.
Sorry, go ahead. What are you trying to say?
Okay. People want to. Okay, we have to resume the tracks. All right. All
Okay.
right. So track 4, father figure.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Father figure. Yeah, I was like, is that could go either way. It's like, is that like about it's like daddy, I love him vibes? I don't know.
I mean, if we want to go really sappy romantic, it could be about how Travis
thought about
and
that.
Jason are, like the family
Yeah.
has good father figures, or like about both of their dads or something
Her
like
dad.
that.
But it's just it's
She's
hard
not
to
usually
picture.
that literal.
I know. It's hard to picture too, like this album's gonna be so interesting because like it's already like and has been said like bangers, vibes, whatever. It's like, but she's still gonna sprinkle in her personal life, which involves like love and like you said, family support on the tour. But it's gonna be really interesting to see how she does that while keeping it saucy and like so I don't think it's gonna be this like sweet, obvious, like, oh, I don't know if there's gonna be any of those. It's gonna be like, oh, like more of a dang,
Yeah.
like because the alchemy is like sweet, but it's also like, oh, so it's like I think a lot of those, less so high school, more of
Ooh.
like the alchemy.
Okay, the 2 good notes, well, the 3 good notes from chat. Okay. One is that Scott Borchetta could have been a father figure to her. She's kind of talked about that before, and like that they were family, and then he betrayed her by selling her music.
Not just because, Rep TV lives in my heart forever, but like how we already said that this is already giving vibes of like if 1989 and Rep had a baby because of the producers. It's like, what if this is also kind of like Rep 2.0? It's like, yeah, I've also gone through more, stuff since like over the last however many years. And yeah, like canceled that for, yeah.
The
okay.
other thing, where did it go?
Do you have the Taylor Nation photos back up too?
Oh, stand by. Dang it, the chat's moving too fast. George Michael has a song called Father Figure, and it's sexy.
Okay.
Okay.
Zaddy. Oh my god, if she uses the word daddy in a sexual way, that's not like that's about Travis and not her dad. Ooh.
Someone said Trump was wrong. Taylor Swift is still hot. Yeah, he's gonna be rolling over real upset. The numbers this is about to do.
She really said, hold my beer.
Okay, you want to go back to the Taylor Nation photos for that one?
Yeah.
Okay, so father figure was track 4.
Hi, cutie.
Oh, that's the man. It's from the man.
There we go.
So far, it's adding up, actually.
Yeah, no, it probably is. Like, I mean, there were multiple bodysuits from the cruel. I mean, she only wore so many orange things too. But either way, okay, eldest daughter, which of course is track 5. Which of course I was like, that's an interesting name.
Oh, so you must not be on the eldest daughter side of the algorithm because I am.
Oh, is this the whole thing of the Tay daughter thing? Is this the same thing?
No, this
okay.
is this isn't like a Taylor thing. This is a broader term. I feel like I definitely see it on Twitter. I don't know if it's a TikTok thing or not.
Eldest
But
daughter.
eldest daughter. So I am the eldest daughter of my family. I'm also
Ooh.
the only daughter, but you can be the eldest daughter, and be the only daughter. The point is, when you're like the first girl born into the family, that like you end up having to play certain roles in that family dynamic as the eldest
Oh my
daughter.
god. Is that gonna be your vibe?
When she said eldest daughter, I was like, it's me. What?
I was just really thrown off because I don't live on Twitter and I was like, oh, but not my dog about like telling me she has to go out right now.
I can switch it to just me for a second if you need to let her out. It's okay. I have a second person here to be able to let my dogs out.
Must be nice. I can't tell what she wants. I liked Stella's prediction saying it's going to be the opposite of Rep. Rep was dark with hidden romance, and this one will be romance with hidden darkness.
Interesting.
I like that.
I like that a lot. Shell said Molly's favorite album for sure. Yeah, it's a lock. Like, I don't even have to hear it. I just know. Mine is the fact that there's no Jack. The fact that there's no Jack means that like that I'll have conflicted feelings because I love him too much. But
well, I think about how like you always poke fun that I only like bangers, which isn't true because I also am a lyric girly, but it's fine. But I was like, ha, this album was made for me or that I only like bops or whatever. I'm like, who doesn't freaking like bops? But
yeah, we've been in moody times for a little while now, and it'll be nice to go back to the bops.
I mean, I'm still moody, so I've been very cautious about TS12 for a while as a single and tormented girly still. I'm less tormented though, way less. I'm not like necessarily my tortured poets era, but so we'll see. We'll see
You're
how
in
this
the
tracks.
in-between. Yeah.
Can she be beyond happy but still relatable to those who aren't? Oh my god, my dog is really trying to get on the bed.
Go to the bathroom. Yeah, Alex literally
No,
said,
now she's trying to get on the bed.
Oh, she's trying to knock your camera off.
She's just like,
Alex is like, tell her she can go let Ray out. Like,
no, she's now she wants to get on the bed, so it's fine.
Anyway, and yes, Taylor is obviously the eldest daughter, as people are pointing out.
Wait, let's see the Taylor Nation photo. Go back.
Okay. It's during Tolerate It. What are you talking about?
Buffering.
There you go. Sorry.
Oh, it's technically during Champagne Problems, but
oh, sorry. Yeah, why did I say Tolerate It? Yeah,
I was
Champagne
like,
Problems.
Yeah, which is funny because someone mentioned that, which now the correlation is really interesting. That she plays like a melody at the top of that technically we've never heard, and someone was like, "Is that TS12? So is that track 5?" Which in that case, it's gonna be sad because that isn't a fun melody.
I don't think eldest daughter is gonna be I think it's gonna be about like
it's track 5.
Yeah, I think it's being about like the emotional weight of being the eldest daughter.
Yeah. So so that's crazy because so far these correlations are tracking, and so if you go back and listen to the beginning of Champagne Problems, it's very sad. All right, Ruin the Friendship. This one I'm like, of course I think about Travis, but I'm like, they weren't friends first, so that doesn't count. Wait, where'd Taylor Nation go?
I was just going back to because I didn't know what the album or what the next one was, but you did.
I have the album pulled up, so I got you. We'll multitask. Okay. Elusive. You see the purple lights?
I do. She also looks happy here, so I feel like it's giving bops. Well,
oh no, it's gonna be a bop for sure.
Something that
people
what
ruin the friendship means.
Well, right. Something that people have pointed out, which is the Eras Tour visuals in general, is that obviously the Lover era had pinks and oranges, but then when you think about August, and the deep, deep orange that would be on the stage while Taylor twirled around to August. August is the month we're in as she's announcing TS12, which is orange. And then remember the freaking August Getaway Car, The Other Side of the Door mashup?
I do. It's in one of my mini clown videos.
August Getaway Car, The Other Side of the Door, The Other Side of the Door. We've gone behind the scenes. She went through the door.
What's the getaway car reference?
I don't really know that part of it, to be honest with you. Maybe just that its reputation and like
I did numerology, I think the first time I clowned about it. It's track 9. 8 plus 9. 17 doesn't really get us anywhere. Anyway. Yeah. A lot of people are thinking like ruin the friendship, like being about Blake, but my first thought was like ruin the friendship is like a thought, like a thing if you're friends with someone of the opposite sex and you're like, it's literally that's not what it's called, but there's literally a song about it. I can't remember. Someone made like a pop song about like ruining the friendship, and it's like a good thing. It's like a sexy, like, are we going to ruin the friendship? AKA, are we going to take this to the next level? Or I guess you can see the flip side of it. Like, is it going to ruin the friendship? Like, that's obviously a risk. But so it's like, it could be about Travis, but they weren't technically friends first. So that's where it's like, maybe it's not exactly that. But as we all know, track 5, whatever's coming after is going to be Whiplash. And it's going to be like, anyway.
Yeah, I think this is
a classic. You, Daddy, I love you.
Like, I think this is a classic case of Taylor putting something on there that she knows people are going to interpret in different ways. And so we won't know till we get the song. But I agree with your take on it. And for a very logical reason, which is that the Blake Lively situation is an ongoing lawsuit, and it goes to trial next year. I really don't think that she's gonna write about that situation, even if she wanted to, while there's a legal proceeding going on that her name could be potentially involved in. That just doesn't make any sense. Like, when we're talking about other things that she's written about with betrayals and friendships or relationships, none of those had any legal implications. Like Scott Borchetta and the Masters, or Scooter Braun or whatever, like there was nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just that
she
would
wrote
be
it to the European leg. We need to remind ourselves that she said that. So that's like, if you are thinking about the before and the after of the European leg, that's the space she's living in. So.
Yeah, and after, and the It Ends With Us didn't come out until around the same time that Taylor was finishing the European leg, and then all of the Blake stuff started after that. So I don't think it's going to be about that. I think she knows people will think it'll be about that.
The next song is Actually Romantic. Oh, so she looks more stern here. What song was she singing?
It's giving like the transition into
Willow. No, not Tolerated.
Illicit Affairs.
Yeah, I was like, is it that bit? Is it the trifecta?
No, because this dress is an Evermore dress. You're thinking of...
It was never in the Folkmore?
She only wore this dress in the first, the leg of the Eras tour that was pre-TTPD. And this is an Evermore dress. So the August Illicit Affairs, whatever, that was separate.
So
I think this is when it goes into Willow and she gets real serious. Like, like the thunder would crack and then Willow would start. Like, that's what this is giving. I think it was after Marjorie, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, or people are saying, or it could be Marjorie. Yeah, I feel like it's the transition.
Interesting. Actually romantic. Well, actually romantic is referenced in one of the variants, the little charm. It says actually romantic, and it's an envelope, and then it says actually romantic. So I don't know if there's any correlation if we're trying to equate it to it is the variant, it's rapturous. So I'm thinking it definitely could be an alchemy. It's giving alchemy vibes potentially. Like, so yeah, the actually romantic is from the rapturous one with a cute little sealed envelope and then the little charm. So, and it's her with the vigilant, like the little, I don't know what that photo is that's being covered up, but it's giving, yeah, like maybe like a sexier alchemy.
Oh, people are saying, isn't this photo from 'Tis the Damn Season? It very well could be.
Oh, yes. R.I.P. 'Tis the Damn Season.
Yeah.
It's confusing because it's giving serious vibes, but I don't think that's what it is. All right, next photo. We have wish list, which I appreciate that Taylor called out. It's wish list with $2 signs.
I know. That's interesting.
Okay,
Wish
surprise
list.
songs. Surprise song, Taylor, in the orange dress. And it's the newer orange dress, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's giving like the beta era. She looks stoked, so I'm sure you could go back and like figure out which song she's probably singing in that dress. There's probably not that many where she looks that stoked. For piano.
Oh yeah, people are saying from the actually romantic conversation that it's probably going to be about how the fact that Travis is probably one of the first people she's dated who is actually romantic.
Right?
Oh, okay.
Invisible
Yes.
String 2.0. Let's go.
Wish list being about her masters. That's what I was starting to think about. Wish list with the dollar sign. Like that's all she ever wanted was to own her masters. And it cost her a lot of money, but she got it back.
What is the photo correlation?
Probably just that she ended up playing like almost all of her music during the surprise song section, you know?
Yeah. And she looks stoked, so
Yeah.
okay. Okay, the next one, people were like, can we talk about wood? So obviously it's the most like it feels like the most left field name. What?
When she said it on the podcast, I thought it was would, like WOULD, like woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Wood. Oh no. Okay, so it's so funny that this is the 1989 photo because I was like, I'm not even trying to be funny, but like, we were all thinking it was like Travis related, and I'm not gonna say anymore. But it's funny because she's wearing the 1989 outfit, and that's his favorite album, and I'm like, girl, okay. I love the subtlety yet no subtlety there. And the jarringness of like, here's all these names, and it's like poetry and all of these deeper meanings, and it's like wood. It's like that song is probably gonna be fire. Also, thinking about like the rep songs, I'm sorry, but like, are we gonna get like a dress or like it's giving like, yeah, like
That's a Jack song, by the way.
I'm like, it's fine. Okay. There will be other things. It'll be a version of that. Whatever.
And I'm gonna get you back. Yeah, I'm like, how much of my sultry Taylor playlist is Jack songs?
Guilty as Sin? Is that Jack too?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's not good news at all because how are
But
we gonna get
Max
a new
Martin and
version?
Shellback are Don't Blame Me and I Did Something Bad.
Okay.
Equally epic. So
I mean,
we're good.
Yeah, more epic than sultry though. But
I mean, Don't Blame Me is kind of sultry if you think about it.
Yeah.
Lord save me, my drug is my baby. I'll be using for the rest of my life.
Also, can we talk about Taylor calling Travis baby? She just like slipped that in there, and I was like, okay, girl. Also, he definitely calls her sweetie, unironically. He also proved that, and I was like, y'all are too much. Okay, getting off track. We're almost done. All right, the next one. Canceled, all caps. So the biggest thing I noted was the exclamation mark. We need to fear the exclamation mark. Why? This is now her third song with an exclamation mark. The first being, do I have to bleep myself since it's alive? Does that hurt us later on?
Alex is laughing over in the corner. I just say it.
Hi. Look
It's
at me being
fine.
respectful, okay? I haven't cursed once. He's like, I wish you could do this on the recorded so I don't have to edit you all the time. All right. Slut. You know, my favorite song.
That's not a curse word. You could say that on live.
I mean, it kind of is. Yes, it is. I don't know. Anyway. I bleeped myself for vigilante. I was like, vigilante bleep. And I was like,
I knew you were
am I?
I knew you were self-bleeping. It's so funny.
I think I've been told not to do it. Anyway, forget it. We're like, what are they going on about? All right. Fear the exclamation mark. Okay, slut was the first one, which I thought it was going to be this whole bigger thing, and it ended up being this very gentle slut. But then also you have Florida with 3 exclamation marks. So we're back to now it's a combination of the two. You have like all caps, which neither of them, or Florida was all caps, but only 1 exclamation mark.
Sorry,
why are you laughing?
Someone said, my ears. She said slut.
Yeah, Molly's like, that's not even a there's children on here. I'm like, dude, I don't know the freaking rules. Okay, I don't know. I know if Taylor said it, it should be fine, but here we are. Okay.
Oh
she
yeah,
says the
Brittany's
F-bomb
pointing
all
out
the time.
me has an exclamation point, and yeah, she said
you're
that Travis
right.
is like a human exclamation point. That was at the very beginning. So
Okay. But canceled doesn't seem like yeah. Okay, it's funny. I didn't intentionally forget about me, but at the same time, it makes sense that I forgot about me. It's only our intro. I know.
But yeah, we have to address that people are pointing out it could be about the Vienna shows getting canceled, and I do think that's interesting.
It feels aggressive though.
It feels weird to have an exclamation point.
It's her getting canceled. She's constantly like getting canceled, right? Or like
I feel like it could go either way. I could definitely see her writing a song about how that all felt. Because remember the post that she made when she finally talked about it, and she was like, you know, for people who criticize you for not speaking up don't realize like sometimes speaking could cause more harm than good, and I wasn't going to speak until I knew everyone's safety. Like she laid down the law. Like she probably felt maybe it's duplicitous. Maybe it's like the show got canceled and some of my fans started trying to cancel me because they like didn't like
the all caps makes it seem insensitive. Like,
but
it's not about that.
Oh, you're right.
No,
yeah, not everything's all caps.
It's the only thing that's all caps. It feels insensitive. It feels like if there's no way. Yeah. I agree. Maybe a different song is about that, but like, I don't know. It feels like too like canceled. Like
yeah, I mean,
canceled. Like
I think we all know that was such a delicate situation that if she were to write about it, it would need to be like
right.
She would have thought about that very carefully, I think.
Yeah. So
or maybe someone said maybe she's trying to prove to Trump that she's not canceled.
I thought about I mean, he's one of the first people I thought about because I'm like, she hasn't been canceled in a minute. Wait, is that the photo that matches or is that Wood?
I think this is it. Hang on, let me count again. What track number was canceled again?
10. We skipped Wood. I forget the photo for Wood.
10. Oh, okay.
The ominous one was actually romantic, and then the wish list was her at the piano. So this is Wood.
Okay, this is her at the piano.
There you go. Okay, yeah. Okay, so that was actually
so this was
Wood. Yeah, so that's Wood. Yep. So then canceled is
this one. Yeah, the one I was on.
No. Oh, that one. Oh. She looks stoked. No, wait. Oh, wait. So Wood was which one?
That was Wood's the 1989 one.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, interesting. Okay, so then what's the next one? I saw The Man again, which is what I thought was canceled. That would have made sense. But The Man is for Honey. Interesting. I'm confused. I feel like those would be swapped if like for my assumptions. Like this makes sense for canceled, like we just said. Like, oh, like The Man whoever's canceling her. The other photo where she's looking all like sweet or whatever, like that's interesting. Confusing.
The Life
What?
of a Showgirl featuring Sabrina.
There it is. So all made sense except for the last two. Confusing. Why is it spelled with 2 L's?
Well, I would say it was 10 and 11 that like
no,
the
someone
last
canceled. They're saying like, why does canceled have 2 L's? It can have either one. It's like
it's a
European way or American way. I think American or US spells it with 2. I think UK spells it with 1.
Yeah. No, what I was going to say is you said the last 2 were confusing, and I'm saying that's the photos for 10 and 11 because this is the last one. Yeah.
Well, yeah, this one, yeah. Someone said honey is like calling a little girl honey. Oh, so it's like condescending. Oh, I like that. So instead of honey being like all sweet, like, so it's her in the man jacket. Oh, yeah. I've definitely been called, I've been called sweetie condescending from a girl and honey. Yeah. Molly, I think you literally know what I'm talking about.
I do.
Okay, sweetie. Yeah. So I like that.
Sweetie.
That tracks so much more. That makes more sense. Okay.
Yeah. And it's funny because when I first heard honey, to me, it was thinking of, like pet names for a couple, romantic, whatever. But you're right. That would be the perfect Taylor way to flip it. Like,
oh my God,
honey.
no. Yeah. Or parents, like your parents can sometimes be condescending and call you like honey, like not your parents, like your mom, maybe. No. That'd be more sweetie.
Someone said, were the ones on Instagram different than these? No, I think that they were exactly the same.
Yeah.
Oh, they've made their profile picture different. Like Taylor's is the album cover. And they made theirs a different one.
The back
they're
cover.
all the same.
Yeah. I like this though because it really does, like a lot of our assumptions I feel like might end up being true because of the photo.
For Torture Poets, we were so off.
Well, we also didn't have like, this is the first time they're giving us like the closest to a visual to each song we've ever gotten. So like whoever recommended pulling up these photos, good on y'all because you're smart. I knew there was a reason why they posted these specific photos aside from the orange and the Sabrina thing manifesting. So thank you for having us break that down.
Yeah, and people are saying there's the honey scene in Happy Gilmore too. Apparently that was part of what Ryan and I did not get to see because we were watching the YouTube version and it ended early. They did end up asking like, Taylor, were you the bear in the honey scene? And she confirmed she was not. Yeah. And I mean, they did film that a while ago, so I guess there could be a reference, but I feel like I like our theory.
So that tracks so well for Taylor. Yeah. She's like, wood is for Travis. Honey is about the people who are condescending in my life. Like, oh, so Sabrina in white and Taylor in orange, Tortured Poets and Showgirl. I never thought of that.
Oh, yeah. Someone said, have we talked about the fact that she mentioned 47 twice? Did you catch that?
When did she say 47 in general?
Okay, so let me pull up my notes. All right. In the intro, when Jason did his big Taylor Swift 14 Grammy winner, 4 albums of the year, blah blah. She said you went on for like 47 seconds.
And then how many countries? Okay, so she said 47,000. So I can tell you. I just made this up just now, but it makes sense. 7 + 4 = 11. 1 + 1 = 2. Or if you have 11 and then times 2, that's 22. Case solved. August 22nd. Single drops. Numerology. Come on. Right? 47. 7 + 4 is 11. 11 plus 11, because it's doubled, is 22.
Oh,
August
wait.
27th.
I'm
Wait,
like,
did
all
I do the
right,
math
that's a
wrong?
little bit of a stretch for me in my normal rules of math,
What?
but I'll follow you there. It's fine.
Does anybody else agree? What else would it mean?
I don't
47
know.
is too big of a number. It's not a date. Okay. So what does Taylor
Yeah.
do? She adds numbers together.
Yeah,
And so
I
you could
don't
either
know.
reduce it to what she also does, where she keeps adding the two together, which would be, if it's 11, then it's 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 2, because there's 2 of them, is 4, but that's more ambiguous. So it's like, I like the 11 plus 11 is 22.
I agree.
So
Also, we haven't said this the whole for a while, but there's currently over 1,200 people on the stream right now. Thank you for being on the stream with us. We're just we're we're just going on about literally anything TS12 related that's popping into our minds. And we appreciate you being here with us. If you're not subscribed to our channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you haven't liked the video, please give it a like.
someone said 47-minute album. I like that too. That also might be it.
Oh, that
You
makes
literally said something like that
sense.
earlier. You're like, oh, it's probably gonna be like 45 minutes or whatever. Yeah,
That'd be
47
so
minutes.
funny if she's just out here telling us how long it is.
No, that makes so much more sense. Dang. Also, August 22nd. I don't know. No, but it's probably 47. Yeah. Also, do you think she for sure knew her and Travis were in game when she realized that 87 plus 13 is 100? Because I didn't know that until this podcast episode. And I was like, how satisfied was she when she was like, wow.
Wait, no, you've definitely we've talked about this before.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
we totally
I
have. I mentioned
forgot.
it in the solo video I had to do last week because we didn't have internet, so we couldn't record together. There's been so much chaos lately. I talked about in his Instagram caption for their photo dump, his photo dump, of their off-season photos. He said, he said something like, "Had a lot of fun this off-season, kept it 100," and people were clocking that meant like 87 plus 13.
Oh,
and he posted 13 photos. Like, yeah. He's actually said it on New Heights before too. He said something like, yeah, 87 plus 13 equals 100. It just works. So tonight wasn't the first time he's said that, and it's something I think is so funny.
I don't think it was the first. I think it was the first I was paying attention.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was like, wow.
I feel like we all think of it as like 87 and 89. So it is like, it was interesting to hear them say that they think of themselves as 87 and 13.
Yeah. A lot of people are saying Trump is the 47th president. I mean, well, people did say Taylor took the color orange back.
I know. I love it.
Good, because it's a good color. And someone, also just in general, like, can we just say that podcast episode, it was probably the first, well, I mean, there's nothing to compare it to because it's the only time we've ever gotten something like that from her in that way. But we knew that we were all tuning in for the album information because they teased it and all of that. And we obviously knew that we'd get extra, but we didn't know how much, right? And it's like, and yet I remember watching and being like, I didn't feel rushed of like, okay, get to the album part or like, tell me when you know what I mean? It was like, I don't know. I felt like so sat for everything else. And the album stuff felt like a side note. I'm like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? I'm like, only because they spoiled it because they told us we were getting TS12. So I guess it made it even more to be patient, but I don't know.
Right. Yeah. Like, imagine if we didn't know anything and you're just sitting there watching it and then she's like, new news.
I kind of wish like, we didn't know. I'm not even going to lie. Like I wish that they had just teased that she was going to be on the pod and we all would have thought, oh my God, what if she announces an album? But I wish she'd just been like, we're watching, we're thriving. We're like, this is enough. And then she's like, anyway, a new album. And it's like, excuse me. But again, we talked about how it felt like some of it might've been rushed in terms of like, so maybe the original rollout wasn't going to give that away off the top. You know what I mean? But someone leaked the track list and the photos and all that other stuff. So it's like, who knows? The promo could have been different, you know? You never know.
I feel like the leak didn't come. Excuse me. Sorry.
Spotify playlist is 47 minutes long. There you go.
Ooh.
So that's how long the album's going to be. Good work, people.
Wow.
Proud of y'all.
I feel like
Doing the work. That's it. Yeah.
I don't think the leak started to hit until after New Heights and Taylor Nation had both posted on Monday, and we pretty much knew we were getting TS12, and then things got leaked. So I don't know. I know that people have been theorizing that maybe it was rushed, and that's why we didn't see the album cover
No,
yet.
but we didn't know about the album. You're saying the leaks happened before we knew that she was announcing the album on the podcast, right?
My understanding was that it was Monday afternoon or early evening, which at that point in time, I think that, let's see.
That was when we got the clip for like she was going to be on the podcast.
Yeah. I feel like it all happened within probably like 6 hours to the actual countdown to midnight and 12:12, and when they announced the name of the album. Like it got leaked before that. But it didn't get leaked
since July. Yeah, I think it has been a minute. I mean, that was only a few weeks ago, but still, I think
Ryan and I avoid the right people in our algorithm then because we do not.
Yeah, I think I'd heard whispers of it. Yeah, so I mean, it's very possible. Like the fact that we got the first promo of, oh, she's gonna be on the pod, but then I feel like the second one and the whole like it's happening, like everything kind of like that whole second half of it maybe was the add-on.
Yeah, Alex and Ryan and I were talking yesterday. Oh, someone said the playlist is not 47 minutes, it's 82. When Alex, Ryan, and I were talking about it yesterday, Alex was thinking maybe it would have been 12:12 p.m. Eastern time on August 12th instead of 12:12 a.m. Eastern time for the announcement. But maybe they had to make it 12:12 a.m. because of the leaks so that they could at least go ahead and get the name of the album out there. And I could get on board with that theory just because the website graphics and stuff did look slightly thrown together especially compared to how it looks now. But I always think she was going to announce it on the 12th because of what we talked about at the very beginning, which is the fact that she wore that plaid outfit with the album colors, carrying a Tuesday bag on August 12th last year. Like,
yeah. And the 12th playing into the album.
Yeah.
And then the next day being on the pod being the 13th. It's like a double whammy, like talking about numerology. It's like perfect. But
and the fact that it was Swift Day, I'm like, did they even celebrate Swift Day today? But if you've been watching our episodes this year, you know Ryan has been like, why do they keep going on about Swift Day? And I kept trying to defend it as like, this has been a thing for a while. We just don't really remember pre-Eras Tour at this point how often Taylor Nation called attention to it on the 13th.
Not every month though.
But this year they did it almost every month.
Well, this year was wild. I mean, this year,
if not,
it's
every
like,
month.
Was this all just leading up? I mean, it's hard to say because Taylor Nation has our attention no matter how frequent or infrequent they post, period. Like, we're always watching when nothing's, especially when Taylor's on like a hiatus. So it's like, were they just doing that to really get eyes? Because I'm like, why? Like all year we've been having the wildest like anniversaries and like Happy Lavender Haze music video and just like a lot of random things that have never been celebrated before. So some we have, but some it's like, why? Like, and why are we celebrating Lavender Haze music video, but not every other music video she's ever made? You know what I mean? It's like certain things like that make it seem like, is it TS12 related because it's lavender? Or like, is there some deeper meaning that it was all just like some random like TS12 Easter eggs that we had no idea? You know what I mean?
You're so right. I just kind of made that connection. I feel like everything that they were calling attention to was stuff that was released in the last 4-ish years, right?
Yeah, because I thought about that too. They kept being like, "Happy 3-year anniversary." They said three a few times. It was like, "Happy 3-year anniversary to Red, Taylor's version. Happy 3-year anniversary to I can't remember, but I like just looked at this the other day and I was like,
Yeah,
a
there
lot of
was Love
threes were
Story.
populating, which
Yeah,
is
so
giving, can I plan something 3 years in advance is what it was giving. And
but
literally 3 years ago would have been right when the Eras tour was announced, aka like you said earlier, potentially when all this started to manifest. It's like
that's what I was just about
Midnight's
to say
dropped.
is, like, she
Yeah.
obviously on New Heights promoted this as the behind the scenes of, like, what was going on in my personal life while I was on the Eras tour. But I do
That's the
wonder
content, yeah,
yeah,
but
I do wonder if, it will capture a little bit of, like, the re-records and the master stuff too, because if you think about it, everything that they were celebrating the anniversary of could kind of, like, relate back to the behind the scenes aspect of it, right? Like, the Midnight's music videos were ones that they celebrated, and those would have been being created at the same time she was starting to create the Eras tour.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, it
yeah.
all lines up. And there again, there's just gonna be so much to unpack from the New Heights interview. There's like no way we're gonna be able to do it all tonight. Um, but I did think it was really interesting that she kind of confirmed like what we all thought about her masters, of the fact that the Eras tour and the success of it definitely helped her to financially be able to purchase the masters back. And again,
Mhm.
I keep using the word meta because I just can't think of another word, but like how all of this plays into each other. It's like she lost her masters, therefore she started doing the re-records of the Taylor's versions. Then she ends up doing the Eras tour so that we can celebrate all of the eras. Then she gets her masters back, and now we're about to get an album of the behind the scenes of like all of this stuff going down. That's crazy that we've lived this alongside of her.
It's also just crazy, it's like such a display of everything happens for a reason. It's like such a testament to like things. I mean, obviously we in our us normal folks lives, we won't have extremes of this nature, but I mean, I'm always a strong believer, especially like once you're like past all of this stuff, it's like if you look back, you're like, yeah, it's like the butterfly effect. It's like if you changed literally one thing, you know? And so it's like we should be saying thank you to Scooter Braun and thank you to Scott Borchetta and then thank you to Travis and like all the little things that happen along the way to like create like here we are. We've landed here, you know? Because it's like remove Travis from the picture and TS12 would have still happened. The Eras tour, like obviously the Eras tour already was happening and like all of that was in motion, but we're getting like a little bit extra for TS12 because Travis is now in the picture and like how she announced it, and that would have all been different if he didn't exist, and just like contributing to her happiness and just like the whole, yeah, TS12 could have been another sad album, you know, who knows, like.
And the fact that I loved how they were talking about the beginning of their relationship, and that she credits New Heights for
Mhm.
them, getting together, and he said he credits the Eras tour.
I
I'm just like, I
know.
cannot. I can't
I
handle
know.
it. It's like
Dude,
the most perfect fairy tale romance to ever play out before our eyes, and it's happening to our favorite pop star. It's crazy.
there's definitely gonna be, I'm manifesting now, like one of these songs that inevitably is about Travis, like people, myself included, please give us like an Invisible String 2.0. Cause she's gotta know this is all crazy. You know what I mean? Like sitting back being like, who am I? Like, what a leap and bound to like be wrap your whole like podcast or album announcement around this person that you're dating. It's like that is how secure she is in this relationship. That is crazy
Yeah,
and
and I
so different.
I saw
Like,
some people criticizing that, like, oh, she shouldn't tie the album announcement to a man, blah blah blah, and it's like, Well, he's a big part of this storyline. So no matter what happens to them
Right.
in the future, like
Yeah.
Travis and Taylor during the Eras tour and this season of life is pretty
Right.
synonymous. There's
It's like
no
while they're still
separating
doing
that.
really well, it's like, and obviously this is different than anything she's ever been in. It's like, yeah, I mean, it's a risk. All relationships are a risk, you know? Getting married is a risk, but it's like, it's a risk worth taking right now because right now they're chilling and it's adorable. And, you know, has
I
even people like
cannot
me
believe
about
how
it.
much insight we got into all of that. And I'm sure for them at this point, all of this stuff is old news and it doesn't really feel like they're sharing something like too deeply personal with the world. But to us, it's like, you're telling us about how it actually went down. Like
I know.
in a broad sense, they didn't actually say like name all the friends who helped connect them or whatever. Because I was waiting
Yeah,
for them to
yeah.
say like Miles Teller or Kelly Teller or what, you know, like some of these other
That's where
people
it
that
got
we
a
know.
little covert was when it was like, "Oh, yeah, it was Andy Reid," like, whatever. It's like, there's some
Yeah,
stuff
like they're
there that
keeping
we're not
some of
allowed to
those
know.
details
Whatever.
closer to
Yeah.
the vest, but him literally saying, "Yeah, like you mesmerized me on stage. Like this show captivated me and I thought I have to meet this person." And I just feel like all of those dominoes playing out the way that they did is why they do work so well because he
Yeah.
saw her as the Taylor Swift and he can handle it. Like he wanted to handle it.
It's crazy how many predictions that fans and us had that were right. Like, when I feel like we knew or, like, assumed that people were heavily, because I remember, like, obviously, it's like, okay, how did Travis, like, get Taylor's attention outside of the obvious like, bones of the storyline? It's like, people vouched for him, and it's like, yeah, and she's like, "Yeah, that never happens, like, to that extent." And so all these people came out and were like, "Yo, Taylor," like,
Like, no,
yeah.
actually, this guy, you want to date him. And I remember back when we first kind of got the first nuggets about their relationship in the interviews they did that fall, like Time Person of the Year. And I think Travis did GQ that fall too. And then now he just did it again.
Yeah.
Um, that um he said something along the lines of, I know how lucky I was to for Taylor to reach out considering what she had just been through. And so again, the timing of it all, it's like he's not following this stuff. He has no idea she's just had two different breakups in the beginning
Dude,
of the year. He's just out here like, I wanted to meet Taylor Swift. And she's like,
right.
dude, I'm single. Okay. Did you not see my July 4th post saying happy belated Independence Day to all the independent
Independent
girlies? Like,
girlies,
I'm not dating right now. And then her friends are like, no, but
right?
actually, like, you really should date him though.
Which is so perfect because maybe if, I mean, I doubt he would have changed anything, but it's like, if you were an overthinker and you did know all the backstory, you'd be like, "Ooh, maybe I should wait because, like, maybe I'll have a better shot if I give her some time to, like," you know? It's like, no, like, everything literally just, like, yeah. And then I feel like we talked about this forever ago, but, like, the fact that we knew, like, she walked right into the stadium for the game, and so did he the first time he went to her show. Before,
I haven't really thought about it that way.
yeah, I was like, wow, like, back in the day, before they were a thing, he just walked right in. Like, there's a photo of him walking in
Mhm.
to
There's
Arrowhead
a video.
Stadium.
Oh, yeah, it is a photo. There's a video of her, photo of him. Yeah.
Yeah, he just waltzed in because it was like, whatever, it's Travis, like, yeah, he plays here, no big deal. And same thing, and she just, like, 2 places you would never expect either of them to be. It's like, he waltzes into Arrowhead Stadium, no big deal. She waltzes into Arrowhead Stadium. Taylor's at a football game. No one would ever predict that, so no
She
one's
also
even
did have a
looking.
mask on. I think that's
Yeah,
like
but still.
she had a baseball cap.
She had
She
a
was
baseball
wearing
cap,
the
yeah.
windbreaker, like the Chiefs windbreaker jacket that was as actually Erin Andrews her line. And then she had a like COVID mask on. And then she never did that again because I think that was a one and done. It's like moving forward after that, she needed security. But it's really cool that
Yeah,
the first time she could blend in with the
right?
football bros and just she's like, "All right,
Also,
this is it. This is
her
my chance."
her football knowledge, I knew she didn't know sports before. I mean, that was just me assuming. But I mean, come on. But I didn't realize it was to that level when she was like, I thought everyone was just playing at the same time. And then then you hear about other things that she how much she knows now, and you're like, wow.
Yeah.
She's
That
also
was
so smart, and she loves knowledge, so it makes sense because we get it. It's I was plus or minus about sports, then I started working in sports, and you get addicted. I love numerology, so I love the stats aspect of sports, that and the storylines of wow, all these athletes have incredible stories of how they got here and all of that. So the combo, yeah, I was hooked. It's and now she's like, I get it.
Yeah,
She's
that
like,
was
yeah.
oh my gosh. Yeah, because the notes I was taking in the beginning was like, they're talking about their first date? Like, what? Like, how are we getting this information right now? I can't believe they're sharing this with us. I
Also,
feel
they were
blessed.
sounds like they mentioned multiple times. I mean, I know they've been hanging out together, but they gave vibes that they were living together. So many references of yeah, I was across the house, and then I was in the kitchen, and them just sharing a space, which I know that there were rumors about them buying a house forever ago. I don't even know in which city, but I was like, that's so cute. And oh, I went and knocked on the door and when he was playing video games to tell him about my masters. And I'm like, y'all just live this domesticated life. He's on with the boys playing video games.
He's
You're
like, I gotta go. Like, Taylor's like, I don't know why Taylor's crying, but I gotta go.
how freaking cool. They're just coexisting in this life. Babe's making sourdough in the freaking kitchen. And come on. It's such a dream. I'm like, I want to be them. I
Thank
want to
you,
be a part of this
Linda.
relationship.
Alex and I have been
She's
talking about
goals
this.
on goals.
Alex and I have been talking about this a little bit recently because we're kind of in this era this year of not I've used era unironically of as you very well know because you've heard our stories of just the simple things truly are the great things in life. We we've been making a point to just in go for a run at the park nearby, garden, just basic things, and I feel like that's kind of what Taylor was saying too. She's found her hobbies again now after the Eras tour.
Mhm.
So, hearing them, yeah, just talk about just those normal things that a lot of us, um a lot of us, don't even slow down enough to enjoy, and
Mhm.
that they're making a point to try and enjoy those things. I just thought
Hanging
that
out with
was
her
really cool.
parents and she said, having the opportunity to have longer conversations because you're not rushed. It's not like a visit. You're like, I'm living here. We're chilling. It's so enviable. I'm like, God, how do I get that in my life? Because mine's the opposite. I'm just like, oh, I'm here for 2 days. For the one time of the year when I go to visit close friends, it's the opposite. You're like, never do I ever have the downtime to be like, we're chilling for weeks.
Yeah.
So that's very enviable. But I mean, 'tis the life of a pop star slash someone who only works on that, kind of schedule. But she couldn't do that during the Eras tour, like she said. That was
Right.
2 years of being like, yeah, I don't know what that's like.
It was so
Um,
cute that she was talking about sewing, and she said, "Really, the main thing I make are baby blankets and toddler purses or something." And Jason, she said, "As you
yeah.
know," and yeah, just getting some of those glimpses of how
It's
their
also like the lyric.
extended family dynamic is.
It's the lyric from
Yeah. Now I
what's the
send
song?
your baby's
Baby's
presents.
Presents. Yeah.
Invisible string. Yeah.
Ugh, yeah. She's totally gonna make a new Invisible String. Give us that. Give us that 2.0.
Oh my gosh,
Invisible String, make it a pop.
what if what if that's wood? What if okay, because people made this joke with when Taylor and Travis first started dating and we started to find all these different things that were like, "Oh my gosh, the stars are aligning. They should have always been together. Like this makes sense." And people were like,
Yeah.
instead of an invisible string, it should be an invisible rope. And the joke kept growing online of it's actually an invisible steel beam. Like, hit me over the head with it. Like what if
Oh
wood
my
is
god.
somehow a reference of this is solid. Like this isn't string. Like this is a solid thing,
Mm.
solid,
What
tangible
is the
thing.
solid though than
I don't have to try and connect you were wearing green at a yogurt shop. I can literally go and like tangibly point to these things.
Teal. She was wearing teal at the yogurt shop, right? Green was the color of the grass. Yeah.
Teal was the color of the shirt. Yeah.
Can you say reaching?
Oh, yeah, when you go back and listen to Invisible String, it's just kind of funny now. People said wood could mean golf. Maybe. Oh, yeah, the offense and defense and the names of the positions. Yeah, when they were talking about their first date, and she said, yeah, and I asked, what was it like, looking across and like seeing your brother right there? And he's like, well, that didn't happen actually. And I'm like, I can literally picture Travis like saying that so genuinely, like not being bothered by it,
No, I know. I was like, what a green flag that she was able to just expose herself like that. And he didn't roast her or like make her feel so dumb. You know what I mean? Because it's like, if you're not a sports fan, it's like, I don't know. Like growing up, I was on a soccer team and I accidentally kicked the ball into the opponent's freaking like net.
You did an goal.
Yeah, and I thought like I got so like confused running around and I like was stoked and it was like, no, not it. So like I get it, but yeah, he seems very like like he wasn't gonna be
I've literally never had a base level conversation about sports and not been able to keep up too. So it's like a dynamic I've never had when it comes to sports. Like every time I talk to a guy about sports, and like obviously Alex and I have been together for a long time now, but before we were dating, like I knew that I wanted to like make a career in the sports space and things like that. It's like when I would talk to guys about sports, it would kind of become like a
mansplaining,
like a measuring stick. Yeah, of like, well, how much do you really know?
Long enough. Yeah, it's like you're proving yourself.
Yeah, and I love that he's just like, yeah, I don't care that you don't like. I don't care that you don't know anything. Like you're asking me about if for people who were sports fans before Taylor and Travis started dating, and like that Chiefs Eagles Super Bowl, long before Taylor and Travis were ever a thing, the Kelsey family and Jason and Travis, that storyline ahead of that Super Bowl was being pumped all over the place. Like you could not get away from it if you wanted to. Everyone was talking about the fact that two brothers are playing each other in the Super Bowl. There were interviews with their parents. Like this was a huge national storyline. So I'm sure like Taylor's dad, being an Eagles fan, like he knew all about all of this, but she just doesn't care. So she had no idea.
It doesn't mean you know like how the game works though, to be fair. Like she obviously knew that they played against each other, but she doesn't know the specifics of the game. You know what I mean? Like she didn't care. Yeah. She probably honestly, low key, she probably felt like going into that question, like, I'm going to impress him.
Yeah. Like, I'm going to feel looking at your brother. And he's like,
because at first the way she teed it up, I was like, wow, what a great question. And then I was like, I got the joke and I was like,
yeah. Yeah, because they used to ask like Donna and Ed, who are you rooting for, when they play each other, and they would say we're rooting for the offense. Like, like that was always the running joke.
Yeah. So yeah, she definitely felt really smart. Like, ooh, bring up sports and show him like how much you know. And it's like, yeah. So and then now look.
Right.
Like, I mean, you have to care. Of course you care if your man is literally in the NFL. And if you don't, then like she wouldn't have signed up for that, She probably, and like she's said it in this interview and she's like implied it before. She's only used to the world of musicians and actors and that side of it all, not this. And she's like, wait, this is way more fun. So
well, because
it's like high stakes, but also different, like, yeah.
Yeah, because as they repeated multiple times, there are so many parallels between their two careers and the way that they have to be disciplined and committed and work at like teamwork and being in shape and just like putting time into your craft, whether that's on the field or making music. And obviously, yeah, like you said, Taylor has dated a lot of people in more of like the creative field, and that's so much more of a flexible space. Like you can be creative and create art or like be an actor or whatever and not be like disciplined and scheduled.
Right. Because not everyone's like Taylor. Like the way Taylor is a musician is not like she's very formulaic, the grind is always on, like, yeah, each project, it's this whole thing. And then other artists are like, I might just take 4 years off. I don't know.
Yeah, like, more
Just might, like,
intuitive,
go
go
tr
with the flow.
Yeah, it's
So, it's probably really
very
nice for her to have someone
yeah,
who's like, "No, I understand, like, you have a schedule and you have to stick to it. Like,
right,
on your show day or whatever, like, there's no wiggle room. Like, you're doing that." And, like, he totally understands that because it's the same for him on game day.
right.
Yeah.
Which
And
is
it's
why
not
it's so insane that
personal.
she is so, like, she's so, like, the depths of her, I guess, because it is so different. Like, a lot of creatives are very, like, fluid, and, like, she's seemingly very type A, which I guess, I mean, not to say, like, all musicians and creatives aren't, but you know what I mean? It's like
Mhm.
she's very type A, and yet the stuff she's creating is not type A. It's very, I don't know, like, the depths of her
Mhm.
music and her writing, it's just so nuanced, it's wild. And yeah, the whole time, like, she was talking, like I said earlier, I'm like, "Dude, Taylor is such a freaking catch." Like, you just know Travis is like, "Oh my god, this girl is disciplined, he's calling her an athlete." Like, he sees all of this and he's just like, "Wow." And then she has the other side of herself where she's, like, domesticated and, like, knows big words and, like, yeah, he literally crushed. I'm like, they're so perfect for each other. It's insane.
It's literally insane. I loved just hearing them joke with each other, about, like, throughout all the different topics when she's like, "Yeah, he dude didn't get a meet and greet, and he made it everyone else's problem," and just, like, roasting each other. You could just tell how comfortable they are together.
Oh.
Um,
And she's like, "This is
and
like the romance that I sing about." I'm like, "Taylor, come
yeah.
on."
She said, "You heard all those songs that I was singing on stage, and you said, 'I'm gonna do that.'" And she equated the whole friendship bracelet shout out on the podcast as if he was standing outside her house with a
Oh my god, I
boombox.
know. I know. She romanticized the heck out of it. I mean, it was cute and romantic. And it is kinda crazy because it's true. It's like anyone in the limelight could get her attention at least a little bit, but no one really was trying. You know what I mean? In that way, outside of, like, maybe an interview here, like, I don't know, like, to the level that he took it, it's like, how many people were actually doing that? Probably because she's so freaking intimidating as well. It's like a lot of artists are probably like, "Yeah, I could do that," but, like, is she even gonna bat an eye? And Travis was just so innocent. It was like, "I mean, whatever. Let me just," you know?
That's what I was gonna say. I feel like there was almost a stigma about dating Taylor Swift or being Taylor Swift's boyfriend, and, like, she'll write songs about you and blah, 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 and then Travis was like, I'll break the stigma. I don't
Yeah.
care."
He's like, I mean, I don't know, like, she's impressive and it'd be cool to, like, meet her and go on a date, you know? Like, I'm not gonna not. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
I also just love kind of seeing the way that their brains work differently, and then, like, we saw live examples of how Taylor, um, takes a normal thing that someone says and makes it sound so much better. I wrote down, I need to find it. This Google Doc is so long with my notes from the episode.
Dude, I
It's
know.
hilarious. Um, there was a part where they were talking about Travis going on stage and okay, yeah, here it is. Okay. So he said okay, sorry. She said when the lights are bright and time slows down, that's when Travis shines, like complimenting him that he handled it all really well. And he said, "I just blacked out." And she said,
Right.
"Well, we're saying the same thing." And I'm like, "Oh no." Like you said, when the lights are bright, time slows down and Travis shines. And he's like, "I literally blacked out."
He's like, "You
Like,
just made a song about me just in this moment." She's like, "No, I didn't. What do you mean?" It's like, "Girl,
Mary,
she's
thank
a
you so
poet and she doesn't
much.
even know it." Literally.
Yeah, it's like I've been seeing a lot of tweets lately, like before the last couple of days, before things got crazy, of people saying like, what I say, I cried myself to sleep. What Taylor says, my eyes leak acid rain on the pillow where you used to lay your head.
Oh my
Like,
god,
so
I know,
when that
dude.
moment happened, I'm like, that's it. Like, that's it happening in real time.
Dude, she's channeling her romanticism for the greater good, you know? I should take a page from her book. I just need to like read more again, and then I think I'd be there because I'm like, I live in the world of delusion just like her when it
Did you
comes to
hear about
romance.
the girl who
So
lives in delusion?
delusion, yes, me.
Mary
It's me.
posted, by the way, just joined the stream as a longtime Chiefs fan since the 1970s and a Taylor fan since 2010. I love this. Welcome if this is your first time joining us. We are a great landing page for Swifties and Chiefs fans. So,
This is the worlds colliding.
oh, like another thing that showed her sense of humor that we haven't talked about yet because it was the first clip we got this morning. So by the time we started, it's old news. But in the intro, when Jason did all the hype stuff, which was he crushed it. It was so perfect. At the end, when she said, "I know that you have a lot of male sports fans as your audience, and I know what a lot of male sports fans really want to see is more of me." Like, get up.
Dude, I know. We didn't see that during the actual interview, did we? That was just
It
the
was in
promo.
the intro. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I
they
definitely go back to watch the
they like
beginning when I was.
the cold open was the new news bit where she was like, "Can I do it? I want to do it." And then
Yeah.
they started from the intro. Yeah.
Dude, I know. She probably also loves it. She's like, yeah, and someone mentioned earlier how like her perspective on the haters, she just sounds so freaking good and secure. She's like, yeah, at this point, like there's not really much anyone can say. And how like Travis in the GQ article and also like during this episode of like how criticism does still affect him and how like Taylor's teaching him like it's not that serious, you know, like, and like her whole spiel about the energy. I was like, this is giving the NYU like go on and do great things, like motivational speech. I was like, wow. Yes,
I
everything
was
about
writing
that. I
stuff
was
down
like,
for both of us there. Like,
I know, I was taking mental notes. I was like, is she speaking to me? Because yeah,
she's like, "Don't let one mean comment ruin your whole day."
well, just in general too, of like energy for like whether it's criticism or just anything. It's so true. It's like I am a chronic overthinker. It's like so giving your energy to even like someone who's pissing you off or whatever, which I do all the time. It's like, yeah, you're giving your energy away and they will change your whole day and you are the one who's making that happen.
Yeah, I wrote this down. She said, "Think of your energy as if it's expensive. It's a luxury item and not everyone can afford it." Like,
It was
literally,
giving the trash takes itself out every single time vibes. And I was like, how does she
yes.
just spit this out? Like, think of your energy as if it's really expensive. And then what did she say about capital? About the next line was about being it's capital, like capital
Yeah,
gain
I
or
didn't write that
something.
one down. I know what you're
She
talking
just like
about, though.
kept
It was
going. And I was like,
prophetic.
oh my
I
God.
literally turned to Alex and said, "We're getting Tay therapy right now."
Yeah, I know. I was like, yeah, wow.
And then
Yeah,
she
because
went
the
on to
trash
say, like,
takes itself
"I
out
don't
all
need
the
to be
time.
online. Because I have ways of keeping track of knowing what my fans want and how to keep them entertained." And I was like, "What does that mean?"
Well, it was such an interesting way of like the way she put it of like my only job is to like make sure like yeah, like my fans like focusing on my fans and like yeah, making sure like they're entertained and like the way she spoke of it so disconnected of like this is my job and this is all I care about. All the other stuff and like oh like yeah, like a headline if it has my name in it, like sometimes it's not my business. I'm like that is amazing. She has come so far. I'm like the
Mhm.
reputation girly because when she said like oh yeah, I've had my comments turned off for like 10 years now, I'm like reputation era,
Reputation.
reputation. And she's like, and I don't miss it. I'm like, man, if reputation you could see you now, y'all could you could teach her a lot because she went through it.
I do
And
feel
she
like
did care.
yeah, and I feel like you kind of have to go through that too in order to
Yeah, she was
disconnect yourself
younger.
from
She
it.
was so young. Like, we're the same age, so, like, I get it. She was what, 27 when Rep came out, 26 when she was making it. So, like, yeah, that's mid to late
Yeah.
20s. Yeah, she's
But just
in
in
her
general, it's hard to have
mid-30s.
that perspective of not trying not to let that outside noise affect you. You kind of have to go through something where it does affect you to learn that that's not like you don't have to value yourself that way or like think of yourself
Yeah,
that way. But it's really hard to just like have that perspective off the bat. Um
yeah.
and
It's
and
obviously
I was
taken
thinking
a
too
lot
with the whole
of time.
comments thing, for example, Instagram wasn't even around at the like very beginning of Taylor's career. Like everyone was communicating with her on Tumblr and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
when you think about it, like Taylor had to communicate with fans and stuff to like build the fan base that she did and build the traction that she
Mhm.
did. It was only once she reached a certain point that she could turn the comments off. So it's just like, like not
And
everyone.
she has Taylor Nation now too. So, like,
Yeah.
Taylor Nation wasn't a thing during Rep, right?
No, they were.
They were? I don't, like, remember. They were
I don't know
different.
when they
It was
started, but I mean,
different,
yeah, it's
like,
definitely different now. Just in
because now,
general,
like,
social
Taylor
media is
Nation
so
is, like,
different.
they're the ones also doing the dirty work. Like, they're keeping tabs on fans. They're posting crazy stuff to send us to see what we're saying and, like, yeah, so she has, like, her own, like, team to kinda just get in the trenches when she's like, "I don't feel like going on social for, like, a minute right now," and they're like, "We got you, it's fine. We'll get in there and see what people are talking about," which is really
Right.
nice. Because yeah, I think about that all the time. I'm like, I would love to just say goodbye to social media, but we have a podcast, and it's like,
I
how do we
know.
connect with the people without the connector? And it's not
Well,
easy.
I think that's why like social media and our social accounts for our podcast are not our
Are
strong suit
lacking.
because yeah,
Right.
Ryan and I try hard to like live our life and not be online when we're not like we
Yeah,
love creating content, we love following the theories, but it's also easy to end up getting sucked in and spend way
yeah,
too much time on social
yeah,
and stuff than you should.
right.
Um
We
and
love
yeah, it's
creating,
like
like, when we're
we
together, we love
yeah.
that aspect of it. We create the videos. If anyone's seen, like, our videos, which very excited to make more of them soon with the new album. It's, like, one of my favorite parts. It's, like, that aspect of social media I love, but then once the bit's over and the videos are d posted, I'm like, "Bye. I'm
Yeah.
outta here," And it's not even for the same reason Taylor, it's just, like, social media in general. I just don't yeah, I
Yeah,
used to
just trying to
waste too
be on my
much
phone
time.
less in general.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, which is really hard when you have a podcast. You're like,
Yeah.
but,
I did think it was so relatable that Jason was like, "Yeah, no, I'm terrible with it." Like whatever like the worst relationship is with social media, that's me. I just thought it was so funny cuz he's out here replying to people often on Twitter and usually it's funny. Um but he, for example, interacted with someone on Twitter this week who was tweeting that Kylie must hate their whole family, like Kylie Kelsey must secretly
Mhm.
hate the whole family or something. And he responded to them and said, "She does hate me sometimes."
Oh my
And
god.
he's just out here trolling. Like, uh,
It's like
yeah.
me on TikTok sometimes when you're like, "Hey, maybe just, like, don't." And I'm like, "Oops, just forgot."
Lauren said she also said that Easter eggs don't have anything to do with her personal life. I did think that was,
Oh, I love when she said that.
yeah, when they asked her about Easter eggs and
Dude,
to explain them, and she said, "Well, first of all, I'm never gonna leave them in my personal life." I'm like, "We've been trying to say this."
dude. What if no, absolutely not. Like,
Yeah.
the only thing about her personal life that is true, that is facts that we know about are what she writes and sings about. But even then, we don't technically know what it's about because, it's all speculation. Unless she tells us or makes it very obvious. Like, I appreciated when she like wrote the songs that I mean, I guess like there's still debate if they're about Travis or not, but it's like to some. But I'm like, I feel like she gave very concrete, like all you had to do was like, remember that one time when this happened like 2 months ago or whenever, like that's you know what I mean? It was like, okay,
Yeah.
she couldn't have given more like Yeah, you could
Well, I
cross
don't even
reference
consider
all of
that to be an
the
Easter egg. That's just like
No, not an Easter egg. I just mean like when I was saying
reading
like, oh, you don't know
comprehension.
who they're about, but it's like when
Yeah.
she wants us to know, she lets us know. She's like,
Right.
guys, I literally said this. And you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Melanie said, I liked how every chance he got, he referred to her as an athlete. Yes, that was my
I
favorite. She
know.
kept trying to
And in the
downplay
GQ,
it.
like I was like, wow, he's doubling down because in the GQ article, he's like, she's an athlete. She would never say it, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, is this the GQ article all over again?
Mhm.
They both would just boost each other up and then they'd be like, no, they'd like humble and be like, no. It's like, y'all are so cute.
Oh my
Just
gosh, yeah,
like,
him pretending that he didn't know what the words meant, and she's like, "You know what the words mean."
I know. And
And
he said he
she said
knows
esoteric,
all
and he
the
said, "When you say those big words, it's so hot." And she's like, "You know what
oh my
esoteric
god, I
means."
know. And then he did it again. And he was like, but I'm like, but also, he thinks it's really hot. Like, he's not
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah.
He's like, she's so smart. Like, he probably loves it when she teaches him stuff. Like, man.
When she did say that her favorite Easter eggs are numerology, dates, and math, I was like, "Ryan is vindicated."
Oh my god, I know. But then when she was like, "It's becoming a little Zodiac killer," I was like, "All right." Like, yeah,
Fair.
she really touched a lot of points there, you know? I wish she had said more. I wish Jason had asked her, like,
What about the
the
karma
freaking
coffee cup?
what about the karma coffee cup? What about Easter eggs that, like, never manifested because things changed? Can you just talk about that? Like, it's okay. We got enough, but I'm like, "Come on." Like it
And
was a
she
little too
did
vague, the Easter egg conversation, like, say a little bit more specifics, like
and she encapsulated it perfectly with saying it's things that I put in that, like, it's never supposed to detract from the music or the overall point, but if you wanna look for it, it's there, and if you just wanna listen to the album, just listen to the album. Like, if you know, and you know that you know. I'm like,
yeah, which is
"Yes."
literally what we've talked about, like, that's Tate therapy, like, part 1 of, it's like how people consume her music is so different and, like, the meanings that we make, and I was just thinking about it earlier, I'm like, she was talking about, yeah, the music she's written of her and Travis's love story. She's like, "Yeah, this is literally like songs I write about, like this kind of love." I'm like, she's writing songs about the love she wants, and those songs in turn are the love that I want. I'm like, it's just this trickle down effect. I'm like, she's doing it for herself, but affecting others who, are consuming it in the same way.
Mhm.
I'm like, I also listen to songs like, wanting to be kissed on the sidewalk. And it's like, yeah. And then when you do it, you're like, yeah, this is pretty cool. Taylor was right.
Yeah.
She
Did
knows. Yeah.
the whole all of that, like, all of that conversation just made me feel, like, proud of the way that I think we at least try to talk about Easter eggs and her work and everything, which is obviously she shared a lot of information with us about she and Travis's relationship and things like that today. And when she chooses to share it, I think it's fair for us to talk about it, but, like,
Right.
not speculating, you know? It's like
Yeah.
she gave us this information. We are giddy over it. We love seeing her happy. That's awesome. But not taking that to the next step of like trying to guess things about you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and then with the
Yeah.
Easter eggs, her laying drawing that line in the sand of like, I don't do it in my personal life. Obviously, you and I have for sure clowned over certain like rep coded outfits that she might have worn out to dinner or like her nail colors, but that's pretty much like where we drew it. And it there are people that can like take that a lot further. And I think that it's a good thing that she reminded everyone of like, that's not what I'm doing here.
Well, it's just classic like insatiability. Like, not every artist out there writes about their personal lives. And I feel like we're so blessed that we, like love someone who does, because that's half of what makes her music so great and relatable is like, this is her life.
Mhm.
And she's literally living it, writing it, and then we're consuming it. And yet it's like never enough. It's like, but what else? And like here she is like telling us all the nitty-gritty about how her relationship started, but people are still like, yeah, but what else? What didn't you tell us? Or like, what's next? Or like, what else is going on? It's like, okay, like, thankfully, she's never and probably will never stop giving us her personal, like, at least through music. but she's definitely, as we've seen, like reputations, like she definitely has taken a step back when people abuse it. Like, so I don't know.
Yeah. I think we got the most information we're gonna get. Oh, sorry. Steve said personal life isn't an Easter egg, so outfit colors for dinner should be thrown out. I agree. Yeah, I agree. I was just admitting that like we have done that before, specifically this January when she wore a bunch of black out
Unless
and
it's
we were
I'm
starting
like,
to
unless
think
it's the photos where because we also know that when the Paps take photos of Taylor in certain instances, like the restaurant, like not the creepy photos of like her in the booth, but like the photo from August 12th of last year,
that was a
those are
clear pop photo.
intentional.
Yeah.
Taylor's looking at the camera being like, hello.
Right.
Like the one where she had like the black nails that we
She
were like
knew
the
her
one where she was
photo was
like,
being
hello.
taken. Yeah. When
Yeah.
she and that's
When
what
her
like
and Travis are rushing like inside the restaurant, no, that's like
right.
she's not intentionally, she's literally just trying to get from the car into the building.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
You can
I
like
think
easily pull up photos to be like planned, okay, just trying to live her life. Like it's very
right.
obvious. If she's not looking at the camera, that's step one of like that's a creepy photo. Like
Right. Yeah. A photo being taken like without her consent.
yeah, just like
Or like in
Paps
a
being
place where
Paps.
she probably didn't expect to be photographed. Like that's usually where
That
we've drawn the
too.
line of what we cover and what we don't cover, you know.
Right.
So
Yeah. Her wearing that crazy plaid outfit last August 12th of all those wild colors, it was probably an Easter egg.
right.
She was
Yeah.
serving looks. She looked deadpan at the camera. She was wearing a crazy thing going into the rap party. Yes, I would say that was probably on purpose.
Right.
Someone
Well,
asked what our 3 most anticipated tracks are. Oh, we did this with TTPD. That's true. Well, we've given all of our assumptions, which we will see which ones are right. I mean, I'm always again fearing. I feel like there's been my own hype of the exclamation mark track list. So I'm gonna go with canceled because I want to know what the heck is it gonna be slut vibes or is it gonna be Florida vibes or is it gonna be me vibes? Those are all the exclamation mark track titles. So they're all very different. I'm hoping it's a Florida vibe because that song was a banger.
it's hard to choose.
Wood, obviously, we need to know what that's about. I mean, you need to know what they're all about, but
I think eldest daughter's a top one.
track 5,
Track
of course,
5.
for sure. Yeah,
It almost
Ruin
should be
the
disqualified.
Friendship.
Life of a Showgirl featuring Sabrina.
That's gonna be cute. I don't know if that's my anticipated. I guess what's anticipated. It's like more curious, I guess.
Yeah. And then it's ruin the friendship. Now with our theory about honey, that piques my interest.
Right.
Actually
Wish list.
romantic.
It's funny because the first 3 track titles they immediately reminded me of Tortured Poets because they have the bigger, more poetic words. And yeah. Wish list, I feel like is gonna be like vigilante. Bleep.
I can't believe that in like 6 weeks our lives are about to change.
7 weeks, unfortunately.
7 weeks.
I did the numerology. 7 weeks and 2 days. No big deal. I wanted to know what it added up to. Someone did point out, and it is confirmed that funny enough, October 3rd, after that, there are 89 days left in the year.
Oh my gosh.
You know she loves that. Come on.
Oh
Come
my
on.
gosh. That's amazing.
And I was trying to figure out if it meant anything, but it's like the day it comes out is the 276th day of the year, which I was like, but it was the 89 days left, which is like, okay.
Yeah, we talked about this yesterday, but not on the live yet, that the day she announced TS12 was the 224th day of the year. So August 12th, 224 days. And the Eras Tour clock counted down from 224. Like before every single show.
which I remember like trying to make that make sense. And yeah, now it does. Kimberly said, which song do I think is gonna be like Vigilante? I don't know, wish list is kind of, even though now you said like you feel like that might be about the masters, but like I don't know, just the dollar signs are to me giving like, you know, because technically Vigilante is also about
The
her
masters.
work. Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
it's spicy. So I'm like, yeah, wish list, Vigilante 2.0, let's go. And she called attention to the dollar signs. And what do dollar signs think like equate to? Strippers, dollar bills, y'all. That's what I think. That's where my head goes.
I was thinking of Kesha. Because Kesha
Wait,
has a dollar sign is the S in
yeah,
her
either
name.
way, it's like a like, you know, like a little bit more raunchy. Like, yeah. So yeah, wish list. I'm clocking it now. Clocking it. Oh yeah, the 112-day theory. Yep, times 2 is 224. You are correct. Yes. How many days has it been since we got Tortured Poets? That would be an interesting. Let's see. Feels like a lifetime ago. Also, like I'm not sad because like obviously I'm so ready for new Taylor music, but I was listening to Tortured Poets today and I was kind of like, man, we need to have like a funeral. Be like, we were good. Like we'll always have it. But you know what I mean? It's like we've been in this era for the longest we've been in an era in a minute. And so
That's
it
how I felt
feels
about
so
Midnights before we got Tortured Poets. I was like, I
I don't
need
know
to
what
mourn
more.
it for a second.
That's how I feel. I was like listening, like feeling nostalgic already. I'm like, wow, remember when you first heard this song? But it's like that's how you feel. We're coming up on having that experience again. And it's always crazy because you know, we experience these albums together and it's like,
Mhm.
here we go. Here we go again.
And now we get to experience them with all of you as well.
I know, which always makes it more fun.
Tortured Poets was the first album we covered since we started the podcast, like the first album release. So I feel like we learned a lot and we're going to be extra ready to just go hard in the paint for TS12. Like,
And rumor has it that we'll be together.
rumor has it.
Gotta book that flight.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm gonna stay longer this time so we can put out more content. Yeah. Not just like 2 days. Like
gotta take days off of work. Like
right after take like a week off.
Yeah.
Maybe not a week, but I'm gonna take some time. We're gonna be prepared. I wanna like sit in it.
Sit in the Max Martin and Shellback production of
I'm kind of glad it's 12 songs because it also feels more attainable for like content creation too. You're like, okay, I feel like, you know, like 31 songs is a little overwhelming. You're like, where do I even begin? There's so much content to create. And you're like, 12 songs, let's go. Let's go.
Kimberly said go hard in the paint. Is that a basketball reference? Yes. Yes, it is. And someone said, can we hear your ER story? Sure, we can wrap it up with that because it's now after midnight in the US. And due to the story I'm about to tell you, I was not able to work very much today. So I gotta get up early for my other job tomorrow. Not this.
It's 9.
Alex, do you want to help tell the story? Well, you're the one that really lived it. I was asleep for like the beginning chaos of this.
So, excuse me. I woke up at around 4:30 in the morning and heard, I gotta turn myself off there, sorry. And heard some noises, and they were pretty loud. Louder than, you know, like a branch scratching against your house or something like that. So I get out of bed, start to inspect the area, start to see, you know, is there something going on here or am I just hearing things? Turns out it's a bat. It's a bat flying around our house.
And our bedroom.
Our bedroom door was open. So it's just, you know, having a grand old time trying to get out of the house. So I run back into the bedroom once it leaves the bedroom.
Well, when he woke up, he like left the room, walked down the hallway trying to figure out where he was hearing the noise. Then as he walked back towards the bedroom, the bat flew out of our bedroom, down the hallway. So he runs into the bedroom, slams the door. That's when I wake up. I'm like, what's going on? He said, there's a bat in here.
Yeah. So then we're trying to game plan. All right, how are we going to get this bat out? Our dogs were luckily secured, so they weren't trying to like, play with it or whatever. But so as we're discussing this, we hear the bat hit the door of our bedroom. And we're like, oh, okay, well, I guess we got to like come up with a plan. And as we're like trying to talk through it, it literally crawled underneath the door frame.
And flew back.
Like I watched it go claw, claw, and then fly up. Now it was.
I was literally about to say like, it can't get back in here now, right? And we were about to like block the gap under the door frame, and then it was too late. It was back in the picture.
Now, it wasn't trying to be aggressive. It was scared. I could see it in its eyes. It'll be scarred in my mind forever. But yeah, so that was fun. I jump out, I open the door, I run downstairs, I open a window, it flies out immediately. So the long story short is, in the area we live, you have to report those incidents. I think that's the case for most folks that live in the United States.
Yeah, if you Google like what to do if you woke up and a bat was in your room, it's like report it to your local health department immediately.
Yeah. And so we report it, and because we didn't know whether or not it bit or scratched us because we were asleep and then we woke up with it, we have to be treated as if we were exposed to rabies. So that was our day on all days of August 13th as we're preparing to see Taylor's debut on New Heights.
While we were waiting to hear back from the health department, we called our doctor. They said, yeah, like you can get bit by a bat while you're asleep and like not feel it. Like it's not painful and you might not even have a mark. So if basically the standard protocol is if you wake up and it was in the room you were sleeping in, like you have to treat it as if you could have been bitten because you just wouldn't know. And for anyone who's not familiar with rabies, for a human, and I'm assuming for animals too, by the time that you would know like and experience symptoms of rabies, which is 1 to 3 months later, like there's nothing they can do for you at that point. You have to get treated immediately. So they're like, yeah, you have to go to the ER. Like your doctor, like doctors here don't even have, like our standard doctor doesn't even have the rabies vaccine. You have to go to the emergency room. And then we also had to take our dogs in to get boosted at the vet, even though they were already fully vaccinated for rabies. It's just as a precaution because they were in their crates in the bedroom. And we have no idea how long the bat was in there. Like Alex woke up to it. It could have been flying around our house for an hour. Like we have no idea because we were asleep. So that was our day.
All that talk about Twilight, you manifested. And so now you have your own Edward.
Dude, like I don't even know how we're going to sleep tonight. I've been feeling like so crummy all day too because we didn't really sleep Monday night into Tuesday between the live stream and then work. And so last night we were like, we got to get some sleep. And then this happened on like, we were probably on like 4 hours of sleep at that point, and then we couldn't sleep after that.
So just imagine us today watching like, oh, looks like there's another lock, and it's on the website, but we're at the ER, and also work's calling, and it was.
I had to tap in. I was like,
I saw
like,
someone asked, did it hurt? Yeah,
the shots, yes.
Those needles were pretty serious. Yeah.
I don't like shots no matter what. But even Alex was like, yeah, that really hurt. And he was bleeding after. It was a whole thing. And it's a regimen. Like we have to go 3 more times now, to continue the series over the next 2 weeks. So yeah, that's been our day.
Y'all stay having the craziest stuff. And all I've learned is that being a homeowner apparently comes with a whole heck of a lot of other things. Like, even though I once was one of those, I don't feel like, I guess there were a few dramatic situations. I'm like, yeah. Meanwhile,
yeah, we lived here for 4 years. We've never had a bat in our house. We do see bats outside at night, like in our neighborhood in general, but that's like a good thing. Like bats are good in general. It just got and the worst part is that we just don't know how it got into our house. Like we did not leave a window open or whatever, and so we were literally like taping
someone said
up.
Apparently they can get into small. I mean, you saw if it got in your bedroom,
they can get into. They can crawl through things as small as a 1/2 inch opening.
Then why couldn't it just crawl out? Like, why did it seemed so smart to like it headed outwards, you know what I mean? When you like open the door, it was like, oh, thank you, goodbye. But it's
so
like,
as Ryan knows our house, like we have a really high ceiling house, and like our living room is very open, and then the stairs to go up to where the bedrooms are is open, like in that open space, and the hallway. So like as the bat was probably flying around the house, like that's all like a very continuous flow. And because we were sleeping with our door open, we also have a fan positioned in the hallway to help the airflow for us. Like that's why the door was open, because it's so hot. And so I bet it like felt the draft, and that's why it like kept coming towards our room. Because it thought a door was open.
Dude.
You know, like it was trying to get out and like follow like look for an opening, and then the fan was probably like redirecting it back to her room.
And just for reference, the door frame opening was 3/4 of an inch.
Did you go measure?
Oh yeah, I needed to know. So
oh my god,
fitting into not a big space. Anyways,
yeah,
I don't mean to scare anyone. Bats are good for the environment. We're gonna be fine, and I appreciate all your thoughts in chat. But yeah. Today was not supposed to include an ER visit and a vet visit in the middle of Taylor Nation and Taylor Swift chaos.
Yeah.
In the middle of the night.
We literally got, by the time we were home from the ER and the vet appointments, it was 6 p.m. and the New Heights episode was dropping at 7 p.m.
Someone said there might be more. If there's one, there's usually several.
Yeah, we
hang out in the attic.
We've already called a bat specialist, and so August is a really busy month for bats in our area. Apparently, like our state is low on rabies vaccines in general, due to the amount of animal activity, but the bat company can't come until next week. So yeah, and yes, check your attic. So we're 100% sure that it got into the house through the attic. The question is, how did it get from the attic into the actual house? Because that's all very sealed up. But like, it makes sense that it got into our attic. It's how it got from the attic to the rest of the room. And Ryan, the room that you usually sleep in is what accesses the attic.
Great.
Don't worry, the bat company
Get that
will be here before October
over the next
3rd.
7 weeks. You like my Bane reference? I was born in the dark. If anyone's seen Batman, it's like, how did I get in here? It's like, I was born in the dark. Anyway, Batman, Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Someone said Ophelia, still going on about the 47, which is fair because I didn't even catch that. I'm sure someone will have deep dived, didn't know all the answers. Ophelia dies in Act 4, Scene 7 in Hamlet. I'm like, so could that mean that Fate of Ophelia is our single? Because I was just thinking, I was like, oh, we should make our predictions for if she does do a single on August 22nd or whenever. Which one would it be? And it's like,
one.
I think it'd be the Fate of Ophelia was actually what I was thinking before they said that. Not just because it's the first song and that's like how Fortnite went, but like, I don't know. It's giving that like, I don't know. It feels like a very Taylor, like, I don't know, like super smart kind of, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe because Life of a Showgirl is a title track. Maybe she'll save it. Yeah.
The Life of a Showgirl to me feels more almost like a vault track, even though it's not, you know, because it's like it has your collab. It's at the very end. It's like it's not a vault track, but it's not something that's going to be featured. It's just going to be like a fun, like little, like they might do like a Karma remix music video down the line kind of vibe, whatever, but it's not going to be like the face, ironically, even though it has the name of the album. I don't think it's going to be like the face of the album. It's like giving like our Kendrick Lamar almost like Bad Blood remix, like Karma remix, kind of like let's put it down.
But those weren't on the original albums. Like this is the title
I know.
track.
Well, no, I know, but because there's no other versions, won't this also like, you know, I just realized, will this be outside of Reputation? How many other versions did she not do like a deluxe or of like, you know what I mean? Like how many albums I feel like did we get where we got at least like one extra song, or, you know, Midnight's obviously we got a ton when there was like a bunch of versions, obviously Tortured Poets and like You know what I mean?
I think
I
this
guess
is it
Folklore and
other than
Evermore
rap.
kind of. Well, Folklore and Evermore. No, we got
No, they
like
had
the
deluxe
lakes.
versions.
Yeah. So yeah. So like that's another crazy thing. And she said like this is it. So that's also really unique because all we've gotten from Taylor for a really long time have been like, you know, deluxe, this, that. And it's like, nope, this is it. Period. Which is
Yeah.
again Rep 2.0, which is
Well, and
kind of fun.
Sabrina just plays into this whole theme so perfectly, like naturally. So
Right. Yeah.
yeah, it'd be really cool if they did have a music video together. Someone put that in the chat.
Oh yeah, I definitely think that. I mean, Sabrina's music videos are so freaking good. And imagine if like Taylor's directing it. Yeah,
she
Sabrina
will be
always has
directing it. There's at this point,
really,
there's no
really
way she's
good.
not directing it.
Oh yeah, I guess it's on her album. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sabrina's videos are so freaking good. They're like a production too. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you everyone for hanging with us tonight and hanging through that bat story. Like, hopefully that was mildly entertaining for you guys. Luckily, we should be okay.
Okay, Gigi with Dough on the Beach. Come on, that's so
Dough
good.
on the beach.
It actually
We're
rhymes with the first word.
beautiful.
I know. I was literally thinking about that. I was like, is it going to be like a Snow on the Beach where we need more of Sabrina? Because, you know, like Taylor and her featurings, it's like, is it going to be a little like Sabrina's like the backup vocals? Or is she going to have like her own verse? Which I feel like she's going to get her own chunk of it because they have that relationship where I feel like if anyone's going to have like half the song, like, you know, yeah.
Well, I think that in the last couple of years, pretty much since the Lana thing, like she's made like Ice Spice got a verse, like Post Malone, like it.
Maybe was Lana like the only one? Because actually, now I think about like Kendrick had his own.
Phoebe
Technically,
had her own.
Endgame, yeah.
Haley
so
Williams,
actually, Lana
yeah.
just. I mean, maybe Lana didn't want more. I don't know.
That's what the story was. Lana was like,
Yeah.
actually, Taylor wanted me to do more, and I said I just want to match your background vocals, and then that's why she brought her back in, and they did.
Snow on the Beach with more is actually
Lana.
so good, though.
Yeah,
it's so good. Not so good. I mean, I like it a lot better than the original.
Same. All right. Well, we truly do have to go to sleep. I'm sorry. We would talk about TS12 for the rest of our life. If we didn't have other jobs we have to do in the morning, and it's almost 12:30 Eastern time. So, thank you all for hanging with us tonight. Give the video a like, subscribe to our channel, and we will be back with more coverage of TS12 for the next 7 weeks.
7 weeks.
And beyond.
Oh my god, the timing! My AirPod, one of them just died. This is perfect timing. I heard the boom.
Thanks
Warning.
for watching. Bye.
Bye.